What's up, YouTube? It's your real boss TBA15. Go ahead, like, subscribe. Let's go in. We're finna talk about the streets of Chicago. Hey, Dan, put that link in the comments. Tell something about the launch movie. I pinned it there. This box. We're gonna do this right, man. Look. Like,
Can you hear me?
I'm gonna pause that music for a second, but since I ain't been going live a lot, they ain't throwing my notifications out like that. But everybody gonna join in a minute. But I know how people like to know what's going on in the beginning, like they don't got no patience. We finna talk about the real reason why Chicago streets is so savage, and this is real. This ain't made up. This your history. I ain't saying Chicago. I'm talking about it's just regular history, stuff that's been going on for a long time, and we turn our backs to it. But remember how I told you while I'm doing this life insurance, I'm talking to $1 million politician from Chicago that told me the whole game on that side. You know what I'm saying? Like real deep. Like we had an hour phone call to where my manager's like, "Hey, is everything okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like we pretty much started a podcast. You feel me?
Right. Hmm.
She's telling me, and she like 67.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
she don't know nothing about the drill music. Now she a politician. She one of them. She electoral voter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She says that she says I like Texas, but I don't like because of their politics. She's a politician. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Calling her up to pay her insurance plan,
Hmm.
saying that right now it's so wild out there in Chicago that they put a no don't nobody send checks through the mail.
Wow.
Said they murked the mailman and took all like they've been doing all that.
Oh
And,
my God.
and then I told you about the teen riots that's been going on out there too.
Right.
Shout out to that boy Snapping Turtle Man this thing. Hey, look, man.
What's up, man?
The
Hey,
streets of
what's
Chirac.
up? What's up? Snapping
What,
turtle. What's up?
what's happening? What's happening?
How you
What's happening?
been?
I've been cooling.
That's good.
What's
That's
going
good.
down, man?
Yeah, my boy just hit me with some
Yeah,
disturbing information, man. Something I ain't know was going on, but it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's messed
it's
up.
real, man. Like I know stuff happened for a reason. I'm like, how do I run to this lady? But I do life insurance, so I run it. I talk to wealthy people, man, from all around. Like I'm handling their plans. They get to talking. You know what I'm saying? They get to talking
Hmm.
and telling me what they do, and then I was like, yeah, I do a lot of stuff on Chicago. She's like, yeah, I'm a politician out here. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, I'm a real politician. Like, I'm an electoral voter. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay.
And you said she was uh wa- was she a Democrat or Republican?
She's a Republican, but she says she like trying to go, like not a Democrat, but on some of the thoughts and ideas, on purposes. You know what I'm saying? Because per se, Democrats is more for all more color. You know what I'm saying? And Republicans is not. Per se.
Hmm.
But she was like telling me how when that stuff started getting close to their areas in Chicago is rich, all the rich folks
Right.
like, no, we not finna have it. We finna get on y'all.
Right.
And I'm gonna show y'all the reason why Chicago streets is so savage. Because they done some savage the whole day that's their plan.
Right.
They did it to Larry Hoover. They did it. They had a whole operation. They called it a name. Like I seen a documentary on
Oh, so you watched the documentary? Is that like one of the clips she was telling you about?
no, she don't know nothing about that. Like she don't like she don't. She's a politician. You feel me? She don't know nothing about King Von. None of that. She's
Mhm.
just talking about what they voted for and who they brought in to make changes and do different things. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
what was like one of the major changes that she said they did?
Well, they were supposed to have a governor that was supposed to open up more schools and more places for black and brown to go. But for some reason, it went 360, and they shut down 59 schools. So
That's sad.
all the kids is walking the streets because they can't go all the way over there. Because I asked, I said, so that's probably a conflict of interest on the streets, right? She's like, yeah. What do you mean?
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, she said because it's like now everybody on this side got to go over there to go to school where they ain't like that. And
But
in the brown, they gotta segregate from the places they was at with the blacks and stick to their side. Like they just shook that and rolled the dice. Like you know what I'm saying? Rolled everybody up out of there. Like 59 schools.
so
That's
you're
that's all
like
it said. It says 17,000 students.
that's a lot,
Didn't know where they was.
Yeah, that's enough to take over a whole city.
Yeah,
right?
17,000 students didn't know where they was gonna go.
I wonder why didn't it have people who did it have anybody standing up to protest against it or I
Yes,
don't
I'm gonna show you. They was protesting everything. That's what I'm saying. They didn't put that on the news, right? Of course they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't. That was already like this about 15 years ago. When up before all this drill, a lot of this drill was going on. They showed it on the news, but it's like it just got swept under the rug. She
know.
sent me the links and everything to check it out, and I'm just bringing it here to y'all so y'all can see. Like you know, what I'm saying like she a
Right,
politician. She in the background. She said
right.
we'd be up saying, yeah, that's me back there. I'm like, okay.
So when they close like the 59 schools, some of the kids are not able to travel to the schools that's further away from them. Is that what she was kind of saying happened?
Yeah, definitely. And can't travel.
Right.
Like you
And then
supposed
you
to stay on your own ground.
right. And then when you think about Chicago, they have like I don't know, like we don't like where I live, it's not like a lot of gang activity, but I know in Chicago it's a lot of gang activity. So it's like certain areas they don't even want to go to because if they are part of this gang, they're not going to that side over there where that gang is.
Is
You know what
is
I'm
that
But
exactly?
you wanna know something though?
saying? What?
I mentor children.
Hmm.
I haven't told y'all this, but for the last 3 months, I have made a big change in my community.
Mm,
I did a few speeches and 60 students passed summer school to the next grade, and
Hmm.
they were so proud and happy about it.
Wow.
And before I was mentoring that school, I was at another discipline school. So what I'm doing in my area, instead of just going to regular schools
Hmm.
mentoring children, I focus more on the children that are disturbed or who are on the verge of being kicked out of school, so we can try to stop them from making the decisions that I made, that cost me almost my life and set me back. So one of my biggest, and there was nobody but God that made bro hit me up, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing now is starting a non-profit organization, which is Youth Challengers. And what I want to do is get a tour bus and go state to state mentoring children who are on the verge of being kicked out of school, possibly the children that are in the streets too, because like I literally want to try all I can to put a stop to this, black on black crime and gang related activity. Like,
Hmm.
yeah. So at the end of the day, I know that I can share some stories in my testimonies, and let people know how much empowered we can be if we come together and just forgive one another. I don't care if somebody killed your cousin. I don't care what they have done. In order for you to endure the kingdom of heaven, you have to forgive. And if you can forgive, we can be a stronger nation.
Yeah.
Like, just drop the guns, drop the grudges, and just drop everything, and everybody just come together. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so I wish there was more people like what I'm doing who was in that situation who could have did more, because now I see why the violence has sparked so high in Chicago.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
And it's sad, man. It's sad that
because
we don't have, yeah,
that's what,
like
bro.
that should have
That's
went
that's what she that's
mainstream.
what she told me. She said, and this is the sad part. She because they stay on the Gold Coast. The Gold. She stay on the Gold Coast where Duck that Big G Duck got, you know, at, which is a very, Versace stores. That's the area. She said, like, she didn't know who Duck was, but she know about the murder, and they was pressing for them people to get caught. And I'm like, so she basically told me, like, once it started coming into their area, they knew it was gonna be a problem. She said the kids don't got no place to go out there, man.
Wow.
They shut down everything for them, the Rex, like, if they shut down 59 schools, 17,000 kids gotta go across somewhere else, on their uninhibited area. Like, this is the area they don't be in. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
Some kids will do it, some ain't. They
right?
probably ain't that friendly to, just to move to a whole, instantly, like, hey, you gotta move
especially
to a whole other
especially if you don't give them an option.
option. Yeah, there's no option.
Yeah,
Schools
so
shut down. And I'm gonna show y'all that too. In a minute, I'm tell you, schools are shut down.
Do you know? Do you think they knew the impact it was going to have, or do you think it was the type of thing they didn't know what the impact was going to be?
Well, that's why I'm saying. She told me they knew that's the purpose.
that's what I
That's
feel
what
like.
she
I
said.
feel
She
like
said that was the
I
whole
mean,
purpose.
it's common sense. I mean, to divide these children up and know that they don't have nowhere to go. Once y'all do this, y'all gotta know the consequences to
Yeah,
what's gonna happen if they are eventually thrown into the streets and half of them can't get it
yeah.
better. They should have
Yeah,
been. Yeah,
that's that's messed up.
they should have gave those children credibility from even trying to go to school. Why shut the schools down when if they going to school is keeping them out of the streets and keeping them from trouble? So why would they even do that in the first place? Like
That's
that's
what I was just finna say, bro.
yeah,
That you just took it out. I just let you say it because why would you do that? These are the kids that's going to school. We ain't talking
right.
about the
Yeah,
skipping school.
I
Now they
really feel like
skipping school, because
17,000 students. I really feel like every last one of them have a civil action against the youth, against
Mm,
Chicago mayor, against them. All the money that they
mhm,
building up should be put back into those children's lives, and because they took their educate, they took everything from them. So I
mhm.
feel like all 17,000 kids need to be reached out to, and more schools need to go up from their actions. I mean, uh like everyone should know about this, man. Like the whole world and people should be coming together to try to help Chicago, and not only Chicago but all states where we have children who are on the streets, or like they print money out of paper. So why can't we establish organizations to like really help these children instead of just everybody just running their mouth about what they gonna do and they not showing no actions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because like he said, it was done on purpose.
Yeah, that's the whole plan.
This,
Shout out to truth teller.
Hmm.
Look, like, this is so crazy to me. It doesn't matter about color, or nothing, but it's a rich Caucasian woman. To me, I'm just her insurance guy that's gonna take care of her plan. I'm giving her information. And she started talking about that. Like, we literally had a podcast on the recorded line, and she telling me to break down the politician. And she
Hmm.
says they don't. She said, "Well, we don't." She said, "Oh, you stay in Texas. We don't really like Texas because we don't like their politicians either. Like, y'all kind of wrong too. You know what I'm saying?"
Hmm.
Okay, like, she really told me, she's like, I don't really like Texas. We don't like Texas. These politicians,
Hmm.
because we don't believe in y'all views either. But she was like, I gotta slap myself too because the things that we was going for turned out to be this way and that way. And then she got kids that's growing up that like some of these young, that got friends that, look, you know what I'm saying? And she's seeing it how it's going out in the streets. Like, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there was like a little teen riot, like where a whole bunch of teens, like couple hundred teens, running around Chicago, breaking into stores, and the police was hitting them with the water hoses everywhere. They're going crazy. They
Hmm.
outside.
But they brought it on themselves whenever they did what they did, because they are the reason why things are out of hand right now. I mean, 12 years. I mean, like if you look at all those students who dropped out and if they still living and they still in the streets, like they are like they are part of the problem was what's going on. So and they are the reason for what's going on. So at the end of the day, man, it's all boils down to like I wish somebody could stand up and reach out to the streets of Chicago, man, and real deal put like bring this back up. Like this need to be brought back up. It need to be in a federal court somewhere. With and every last one of them who allowed this to happen need to be tried and held accountable for their actions.
Mhm.
And that's facts.
But I this to me is I laid at the governors of
Yeah,
Chicago's
right,
or
right.
Illinois' feet. You know what I'm saying?
Your message for 8.
That's what I'm saying. Like she know the governor personally. Like she big dog. $5 million plan. Like man, big dog. With this insurance stuff, I'm talking to rich people. People understand. Like that's a different conversation that we can all talk about. But this insurance game is the rich game. That's been the game since decades.
Hmm.
It's more of an investment. People, our people, we think about life insurance. We just think about that, but it ain't about that. It's about money.
Right.
Your premium, your plans, your stuff is getting invested in the stock market. The cash value can go up one day. You know what I'm saying? If the stock market hit whatever they invest your premium in, but that thing go up, you going up.
Hmm.
All you gotta do is sit back and invest, and you got insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just big money. But that's what it's all about anyway. But like I say, man, the thing about it is her not knowing who FBG Duck is, or none of this stuff about Germany, just talking about the politics and saying what made her switch like sides, like not necessarily switch sides, but she said we on like we going against the what I'm saying, like they Republicans going against the Republicans in some situations, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't do that though. Cause when it starts driving out to their streets, like what happened with FBG Duck, she literally talked about that situation, but I was like, "Oh, you talking about FBG Duck?" She's like, "I don't know nothing about the rap," but she said something about the Gold Coast and the whatever that rich area where FBG got, you know, and they all protested and they all the politicians they put their money on that so it won't come to their area, but now she's like the streets is getting flooded.
So when you said that they put money on it so it wouldn't come to their streets, what do you mean? What did they do?
Well, like they come up to the courts. They come up to the police. Everybody got pulled. Like you electoral voter. You can call somebody. You can call the governor. You can call somebody and be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Y'all letting this stuff come over here? We not gonna support you no more. You can't get none of our money. We don't feel safe."
Mm.
That's all it was. Like, yeah, we
So
don't
that
feel
Wow.
safe.
brought the attention to it.
Yeah, and they went ahead and busted. They went ahead and invoked the case. And you ain't never seen no case in Chirac get busted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't even follow up on it. But that's what she told me. Said when we seen that, that's what made her think like, dang, are we really getting played too?
Hmm.
Is this all about the money?
Of course it is.
Because when you
Yeah.
when you see some stuff going on outside your mansion and everybody, now you like, hey, I'm a politician. You know what I'm saying? Like how
So
y'all
you mean,
how y'all let it get over here?
so you
Hmm.
mean, so you mean to tell me by them shutting them 59 schools down, they feel like they save money, like
Now
they
what
feel.
they did something else with the money. She didn't get deep in with that, but it was something else done with that money. It was supposed to be where they're supposed to expand and make the black and brown schools better.
Yeah, it seemed like
That
somebody
was
swept
bad.
something. It seemed like somebody swept something under the rug and had
Hmm.
enough money to do it, and that it seemed like there's more. See, at first I thought it was more of a a color thing, but at the end of the day, if you telling me that, I feel like that was like one of the biggest money schemes. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Mm.
was all about the money, man. I ain't, and
And
that's
they,
still
and I feel like they did it to the black and brown community because I just really feel like the black and brown community parents are like one family household mom
Mm-hmm.
working all the time. They don't have time to protest and clown and go up to the schools and see what's going on. And they're like working two and three jobs. You know what I'm saying? They're
right,
trying to hold it
right,
together. So they
And
and
don't
losing their
also,
have
and
kids,
also, and
and losing
also,
their
they're
kids at the same time.
and also
exactly.
they're a minority. They make up the black and brown make up the most of everywhere you go. I mean, I don't know, like even out here, I don't like I know where you will see all one color, but everywhere else is black and brown
Hmm.
Mm.
for sure. I'm pretty sure it's like that. You'll see like one area where you can go and see a lot of Caucasian or whatever, but
Hmm.
for the most part, it's gonna be black and brown around the city.
Right,
Ain't no way escaping that,
Hmm.
you know. Even where I'm at, it's mostly black and brown, and Hispanics. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like every store, you ain't getting away from that.
right.
It's just it is what it is. But like I say, it's just it's more so what she's telling me that was the plan.
So do she think it's going to be fixed now that they are starting to make noise, or what
Yeah,
is she?
that's what she's telling me. Like they on that side to where they like, yeah, we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
this is not the
Something
move.
got to be done.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
because it's
getting
getting out
bad
of
out there.
hand. It's getting
Man,
out
I
of
ain't
hand.
lying. I wish I could go out there and protest with them. You got me feeling like I need to get me a group of Black Panthers
Mm,
and organizations and
That.
people who and go out there and real deal protest with them and make them stop fighting with the violence and fight with their heads. You know what I'm saying? In their minds and just yeah, it's okay to protest, but when you go to setting stuff afire and killing people or hurting people or doing stuff out of violence and rage, that's not going to do nothing but make things worse, so
mm-hmm,
if somebody could get that with a voice to talk to the streets to real deal get them to protest in the right way and fight with their mind instead of the violence, man. I really feel like something could be done out there, man, because I hate that. I want to get involved now. I'm gonna just be real, like the
man.
type of person that
Hey,
I am.
Mm. Yeah.
bro, I swear that touched me. Like I feel like
Yeah,
the same way. Like
yeah.
because I'm talking to somebody from I got my customer service voice on.
Mm.
They can't see my face. You know, one thing about my job, bro. Like everybody had their picture up, and then I never put my picture up on the teams meeting because like I be so professional. They like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody look, oh, he look like he a little thug or something. You know what I'm saying? He look like he gonna get on you. I never put myself. But then when I put it up, I seen some people treat me a different way, and some people treat me a different way, like even better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hmm.
Because they so amazed that this young black dude is smart. Like he's on the top of the class. So to
Hmm.
me and another person that graduated from that shit is 4 months training, and out of 80 people, only four made it. Only four people. Me, like it's only four that made it out of there.
Hmm.
So I never had my picture up of me. So in their imagination, they're thinking like, I'm like, hey, hello, my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight customer service. They don't, and then it's like, oh, wow, he looks like a thug, but he's smart. He knows his stuff. Like
Mm.
it's crazy. So now I'm like, oh, on top, I'm on the head of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the head of
Hmm.
it,
Hmm.
Right.
and they no matter what they try to do, like, oh, you missed, you got 17 points, but we need you. You hear me? We only let people get 5 points, but we need you, man.
Right.
We need you, baby. Like, getting kudos calls all the time. It's just anything I try to do, I'm gonna strive at it, but it just messed me up because I talk to I've talked to rich corporations, bank owners, And sometimes they'll start talking to you.
Hmm.
That's I bring them out. They'll be like, hey man, like that's the only thing about me. They said my talk time is too long. They said like man, that what they said. They said man, you be on there, y'all you on there talking to them. Man. I said we and then I had a lady praying for me, praying for the top of thank you, Jesus, everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I ran into this lady and she was like, I was like, oh, you from Chicago, right? I was like, yeah, I see the address. Cause yeah, I'm a politician. I'm a Republican. I'm on the panel. I'm like, oh, okay. And she started telling me this, and that's why I say that's why I want to bring this to everybody's attention. I'm just letting some people get in there because y'all gotta understand this is the whole process.
What do you
We
mean?
all know what going on. And, when we talk about it, like, yeah, it's just, yeah. But it's really like this is somebody from the other side telling me that it's no, it's real. Oh
Mm,
yeah, it's real, and we're trying to work on it because it's not working out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
what? What do you mean it's not working out? Yeah,
that's
I
that is
used to
so
be
sad.
on their side with all these theories, but now it's not working.
Hmm.
I'm very tired of it. I'm like, okay.
That's so sad though. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. Pray for Chicago, man. Pray
Mm.
for everyone,
I had kept hearing about Chicago and what was going on and stuff.
but I was
But
lost. Like
yeah, I was lost. Like, why are they so like? Why
right,
are they
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
They
number one word.
outside.
You
and
just
now
said
you
you
right,
just said the key word. Why?
right. And
Mm-hmm.
and when you explained this to me, I was like, oh my God, that's so sad.
Like totally, man. I was talking to her earlier. Okay, you remember when Katrina happened, right?
I need to
Hmm.
call.
You remember how they did everybody, bro? When Katrina happened, I remember it was thousands of people from out there waiting on their vouchers just for the hotel, sitting outside the hotel, waiting like 5 days for their vouchers, sitting in their car with their clothes, bro. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like,
you was talking about it. And,
yeah, like in real life, I can't make this up. I ran into a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, from out there. Ran to a lot of people because they voucher ain't even came yet because they was giving when Hurricane Katrina happened. What they was doing is they was like mixing it up and segregating people over here, North Dallas. Well, anybody come to Texas and Dallas, Austin, they had free vouchers to live in these hotels and these rooms. So for us, you know, we complaining ain't no rooms, ain't no rooms because and they're waiting on their vouchers. So like when we get a room, they already sitting outside the parking lot in their car with their clothes, everything. I can't make it up. So it's like the same thing when you shake the city and make people force people. So when they came out here, it was a whole bunch of violence.
yeah,
What they came to Texas?
Yeah, a whole bunch of
they
people
was
because Katrina came to Texas. That's like Texas was big, and they had like a million vouchers where they was just segregating everybody to hotel rooms,
Texas,
Marriott, everywhere,
yeah,
DoubleTree.
So the violence went up out there once that happened too.
Hell yeah!
yeah, because
Oh,
think
everything I
about it.
love, man, it shit went crazy. But Daphne, go ahead and say what you was gonna
Yeah, because think about it. The people were misplaced. So with them being misplaced, they lost everything. So a lot of people didn't have like relatives or whatever that they could go stay with and stuff. So they had vouchers and they were supposed to be put up in hotel rooms.
say. Yeah,
But
Right.
you could just imagine how chaotic everything was because
Where
this was
you?
unexpected. So
Right.
yeah,
nobody was prepared for this. So they were like sending them and to the
yeah. They
closest
don't know where they're
states.
going, and they're
Yeah,
all sitting out like look, bro. I'm telling you, I'm renting a room, and I'm renting a room. We got a jacuzzi in it. And I pull up, it's a whole. It look like 50 people outside. They all from New Orleans,
Yeah. See, because that's what I thought
and
was.
they was sitting in their car waiting on their voucher. So I'm chopping up with one dude. He telling me, yeah, man, yeah. They telling him about the checks. Like a person I really know, he at the end of the day, he got like 30 racks, all together when they finally but they waiting on their money, but they sitting outside waiting. They waiting on their turn to get their room. They wait, sit outside for like days. And I'm like, bro, because
Damn.
I'm looking at them and I'm like, they outside, doing their thing, smoking everything. I'm like, what's going on over here? So I was chopping up with some of them, and that's how I got to school. They're like, yeah, man, they told us they brought us out here, but we still waiting on our voucher because they're giving them vouchers to like stay in the rooms for like a month or two until they get their money. You know what I'm saying? Their
Right.
relief check to move on. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do? You can't
Mm.
make somebody leave and not give them no money. It's just like the pandemic. You can't do it. So I understand that because Texas is big, so a lot of people from out there came out here, bro. I can't make it up. That's how I met a lot of people. Like I got a lot of homeboys now because, you know, we was some of the real ones. We let them, but man, I mean, yeah, come on, smoke. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it did get out of hand at one point where it was fighting. It was nothing but violence. Which it should have been like that. Dallas versus none of that. You know what I'm saying? It should have been that.
Right.
It should have been like that. But I done went to Deep Ellum downtown. There's all kind of chaos. You know, they was storming the stores. They was pulling it. You know what I'm saying? Because they hungry. They got to eat. They didn't get their voucher. They had to wait 2 months
Mm.
before they even got into the rooms. But
Right.
they out here in Texas in their cars.
Damn.
Real life. And see, that's what happens when you
That's
take
why,
the
like, now I
foundation
see
under
why the
somebody.
violence was crazy. People out there.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's what happened when you pull the foundation from
Yeah.
under
See,
somebody.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was, like, when I heard of the violence, like after Katrina, they were saying New Orleans was had to go in different states and stuff like that. I didn't think about other
Hmm.
states who was affected too, who had to move
Yeah,
around. So that kind of made everything intense. So now I see
yeah,
why the violence was outrageous, man. I'm just looking at it from
yeah,
just like, oh, New Orleans, but it was
yeah.
deeper than
Because
that. I
you
see.
had some people that was genuine trying, and you had some people trying to rob, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They was hungry,
Right,
looking like wolves outside. Stand in front of
right.
the corner
Hungry and some
store. The
other shit, like
police,
really
the police
broke.
out here, police coming straight to the corner store. Hey, y'all can't stand out here. Y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So they all crowded up where they're supposed to get their vouchers at in the rooms and stuff. See, they move them to the rooms because they're supposed to get housing and stuff. But their housing didn't come to like 6 months, but they got them rooms. But it took about 2 months for them to get their voucher room. So they just all in cars with clothes and stuff. That's how it hit the city. Like you just see a whole like I'm like, what is going on over here?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't make this up. You can ask anybody from the city about
Mm.
that. They're gonna be like, yeah, bro. I remember that for sure. Like it was just that's just a tactic, man. You take the foundation, you break it. You break everything, Everybody gonna go against each other. It ain't gonna be, because everybody gotta eat now.
Mhm.
We gotta go. You can't come over here
Hey,
and
you
make no
kind of.
money because I gotta make some
I
money
ain't
over
gonna
here.
lie though. You kind of make me feel like they did blow up the levees. Then
I mean, and that was always the theory, but
you know what I mean when I
every
say that.
time, yeah, 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 I know.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
wanted
because look,
to
you
move
always go
them,
back to the beginning.
they wanted to move them away from the waterfront and rebuild and charge way more money.
Hmm.
That's what it's about. It's the
Hold on, hey
like
Daphne,
it in Florida.
Daphne,
Hmm.
you just hit it. They're doing this out here.
Hmm.
It's new people. They buy these apartments and
Hmm.
kick everybody out.
Yeah.
That listen, because you had a deal where you was paying 1,100, but we finna turn it to 1,700.
Right.
Get out. We don't have to renew your lease, and
Hmm.
we finna furnish this and make it 1,700. They're doing that out here
Yeah. Yeah.
nonstop. If
Yeah.
you want to pay 1,700, you got to go.
Hmm.
They just bought my complex. and moved all the managers. No, everybody, nobody worked there. They brought a whole new team,
Mm. And they
and you
going
know,
up on the price. Is that what they're trying to do?
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anybody at least finna come up, you gotta pay.
Mm.
They finna go up. It's finna go up. You know, this is divide and conquer, man. I
Mm.
mean, and that's how you get rich, though. But you know, people understand the game, man. The game has been like this.
Mm-hmm. It's just getting worse.
hmm
It's every.
It's divide and conquer, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just imagine how much money they save without participating in Chicago's streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Without
look,
participating.
like you think about this.
Wait a minute.
When a pandemic happened,
I didn't hear what you said.
no,
Participating in the what?
like in building the streets, like building, putting it back into the community.
Right, getting back into the community. I
Yeah,
think
look. That's why nobody can get food stamps. It used to be if you single and you get automatically nobody can get food stamps. It be women with four kids by themselves can't get no stamps because they say you make too much, and she only makes $16 an hour.
Mm.
That ain't even enough to get it. They want you to make three times the rent out here. That ain't even enough for that. But you just can't get no food stamps. Where you want them to stay in the projects?
right.
Real talk, like nobody gets food stamps out here. Nobody. If you find somebody get food stamps, you're gonna be like, man, come over to the crib, man. You're gonna take them out to eat and stuff. You buy them drinks. Like that, yeah. You find somebody give me, man, come on, man, let's eat. Let's barbecue.
Well, I tell you what, they'll love me. I get about 1,200 a month.
Mm.
I got 10 kids. Shit.
Hey,
I
out
bet.
here, bro, I promise you, you can't get. I don't, man, that stuff used to be everybody, man. It's like, you can't even get it. They say I make too much money. I'm like, what you mean? The rent is this much and that hot. They say, man, I don't know. Like nobody gets stamps out here. Like that's just there are different ways to divide and conquer. So Texas, it's a more of a hustler city. So they're gonna take away the food stamps and all the benefits because they want you to get out there and work. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
They want you working for them. They want you to have three jobs. Get three jobs then. Yeah, get three jobs, man.
I'll
You're
be
gonna be good.
laughing.
Yeah, you don't need no
Coming
help.
to
We got a lot of jobs out here, man. You don't need no help. Just get three
right.
jobs.
Because they want, like, so many jobs is not filled. They want these people to get these
Mm-hmm.
jobs. Like,
Yeah, we got too many jobs that's hiring to give y'all some money. That's what they said.
right.
I promise you, they said on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Texas got 1.5 million job openings. There's no reason for nobody to need nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Real life. They got too many jobs. We got too many factories and stuff we can work at. We're not gonna need no staff. We're not gonna.
Well, I can't understand is why people don't want to work, though. I can't understand that. I don't get it. Why don't
I
why
don't.
can't they fill these jobs?
I don't necessarily think people don't want to work. I just think it's more of a divide and conquer type of thing because most of the time, well, it's also some pride in it because me being out here and being who I was and a hustler, like to be able to do a 9 to 5, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to, okay, yeah, yes, sir, okay. But, that's why I go to work and just go to work and leave. I don't talk to nobody. I go to work and leave.
You
Because, yeah, you got to be a different person to work for these people, man.
mm,
You know, you can't, you know what I'm saying? But I just try to stay in my own lane so nobody don't mess with me.
Right.
But yeah, well, they're gonna treat you differently. Yeah.
so you're saying it's because of the way they be treated where they work. They're not treated
Yes. Now look,
that
look this. Why would why would somebody leave a good thing?
right.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
that's the most thing because like you go in there, everybody else can do it. They go out there smoke. They go out there and eat free food, and all I did was got a cup of ice, and they looking at me crazy. And at the point, you know what I'm saying? Like
You got a
it
cup
do
of
be like that. You said what?
you got a cup of ice? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying like I'm gonna give you an example. Like where I work at, like I'm good there, but like It's some people they can go out smoke a cigarette, go get a free a hot dog, free woo woo, and all this. I go to the bathroom, they looking for me. Three people,
Oh
like what?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like
Like
what are
real.
y'all look? I told what's that? I gotta pee. So yeah, he's got to pee. Like what is you look like? I've been working here 3 months, going hard. Why is you looking for me? Cause I gotta use the bathroom. I don't get it. I do this. I'm
What?
telling you a real situation. It was just a new because every day at the factory where they do the concerts, it's a different manager. One manager, she was like, "Oh no, where y'all going?" I'm like, "I'm going to get my charger because they put me on the west end, and moved me to the south end. I left my phone like, oh well, you gotta go anywhere. You gotta tell me." I'm like, but it don't never be run like that. Like we can do whatever we want to do, especially if it's snow. We can go out right there on the smoking area, smoke a cigarette. We can go to use the bathroom. We don't have to ask permission. But
Right.
they got people looking for me, and she forgot that she told me to go to the bathroom and gave me 3 chicken strips. You know what I'm saying? I'm over in the corner eating. They're like, oh, what's that? She's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, how you forget that you told me? You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. It's the way
Right.
you get treated. And I see a lot of people that I brought in there, they instantly left because they didn't. They like, man, they are. You know how we are. We be like, man, that, nah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in there for the money. You know what I'm saying? I know how to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how to
I
move.
make I make them feel bad about themselves. I make them look at themselves and
Right.
be like, yeah,
Because they be so
yeah.
surprised when we perform and we are excellent and we
Mm-hmm.
like because they're so used to
Yeah,
hearing
they be like,
negative.
yeah, they hate me
They
because,
used to hearing the
'cause-
Chicago
yeah,
story.
yeah,
You know
like
what I'm
like
saying?
they hate to hear like what they hate to see like. I remember whenever uh the concert where it was called the some tour where it was Jeezy, but everybody was there, and the real ladies Atlanta, the basketball wives of Atlanta was there, and they called me over there like, they're like, hey, come here. And I came, and then one of the men, she's like, hey, he can't let out what he's doing. Then he seen who I was talking to. He stepped back. He's like, I don't just you good, you good. You know what I'm saying? Because they were asking me how to get some food and stuff over to the VIP where they at. This $2,000 seats right here. He seen me over there. He thought I was like, England. No, they talk because they're like, no, we talking to them. We trying to. They're like, oh, okay. Oh, you good? You good? Yeah, handle that. Yeah, because you got some rich people in here spending some money. It ain't black. That's
Mm.
what threw you off. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm.
didn't know it was a real. It was the real housewives of Atlanta rented out the whole VIP section. Like it's probably like 30 tables. They all cost like 2,000 right by the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like they had it, and I pull up. They look at me. What you doing? Like, man, I'm handling it. Like I'm catering. I'm doing my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. They're like, who is this? I told them, man, this is real. Like, oh, I think I heard of it. Yeah, that's Jeezy and them. You know what I'm saying? All the people that is performing wives, man. Y'all think this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they wives and they can't
Right.
get no food or nothing because they black. What? I don't understand. They had to send somebody over there to
Yeah.
ask me to bring. Hey, can we get food? Like we got the VIP. I'm like, yeah, you supposed to get some food. What you mean? Like, man, ain't nobody said nothing to us, talked to us, told us what come with. I'm like, yeah, you got VIP, you got free food. I'm gonna just tell them what you want. What do you want? You gotta say you got a menu. I'm like, no, we got a menu. So they asked me to come over there and tell everybody what we have. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to get up and walk through the crowd and go see what's on the menu. And that's whenever, you know what I'm saying? So it really be like that, man. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Like for me, I would say I definitely stand up for myself on the workplace, but I know what it is though, so I know how to move. So I don't try to get in that position to where you're gonna do me some type of way. I'm gonna just go ahead and work and don't say nothing, get my check and leave. You know what I'm saying? Get my
No.
check, then leave. I ain't trying to make no friends. I ain't trying to be cool with the general manager. None of that. You know, I'm not, kiss, I ain't kissing no, what I'm saying? None of that. I said, like, they kiss, and it's saying that, man, he don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? He looking at the people that ain't trying to do that and
Mm.
wondering why he ain't doing it. Because I'm just trying to get my check and leave, man. And to be honest, when you say people, when you ask me why people don't want to work, from what I've seen, it's not it's more to that. Like it's more on that side because people don't like to be disrespected. Some people ain't gonna be able to turn left cheek. Man. I've seen females they gonna get down as soon
Mm.
as it sounds like you had an attitude with them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like man, no, just chill out. You know, it's the manager. I don't get that. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care. Like
But
man,
that's the thing
you gonna
about
get that in every job though.
but I mean that's just life, how it is, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and sometimes people have to like put themselves in the other person's shoes. Like if you trying to manage all these people, get everybody to work for you, be on
Yeah.
time, do what you're supposed to do, make sure the stuff is right. It's a lot of pressure, you know. So
Yeah, and everybody be having a bad day, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
sometimes you
I
got
can
to
understand that.
roll off your shoulders, you know. I just don't understand if you don't have a job, why you don't want it. Why I can understand
Man,
leaving
I done seen some people I put them on a
a job,
job.
you don't have a
Imagine came in there tripping that the he left the first day. Walked out. I'm talking about what? Look, I seen that person at my job. This dude, well, we do a raffle. He won back then. He won like a 34 inch or something Vizio flat screen. He left and didn't come back.
Dang.
Then I seen a dude. He won a seven. Could they give out free lottery tickets and stuff? He won $700 on that 777 lottery ticket. He didn't even come back. I'm like, bro. I was like, man, your check is more than 700. He's like, man,
Right.
I just got paid and I won. I was like, bro, you ain't thinking about like next week? What about next week? Yeah, you throwing a whole get together. It cost you about 300 of that. So it, I see it was like, yeah, man, I just didn't care. People don't be caring. See, at the same time, is you gotta understand, man. You can only put out so much energy for somebody to care too. We doing it just off the strip, but if somebody don't care, they just don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
You gotta make a person feel like they don't care. Like how you say, why would you mess up a job and get money? Because they don't care.
Yeah.
Because the way you make them feel, they don't care about you. The same way you don't care about them. You just showed your hand, they gonna show theirs.
But I mean,
Right.
who is it really hurting if you the one ain't got you leave and you don't have no job, you ain't really they ain't hurting, you the one hurting.
Man, they gonna go to the streets. I mean, they must have some option, so I don't know why.
The
But
option
you know what I'm saying? They must have some option.
the option
But
Right.
is
some people just don't tolerate some things. You know what I'm saying? A lot
not
of people
in
don't.
somebody else's pockets. That's what their options be.
Yeah, I mean, a grinder and a hustler is gonna be a hustler regardless. Like
Right.
some people gonna be like, "Hey, I don't need this job. I don't need to be treated like this. I'll go do this over here." You know, it ain't gonna be no difference. It gonna make no difference because one thing about it is, if you unhappy where you at, you just unhappy where you at. It doesn't matter about the money, but it's also about knowing and making yourself happy where you at because, like I said, when you move a certain way you only gonna show skill. That's all they gonna see. Like, man, this dude, he overcome all the obstacles. He ain't even look at the racial profile or nothing. He go hard and the customers come to him and he gets the most tips. Like you gonna murk. You know what I'm saying? You gonna silence all of that.
Right.
But some people don't have the patience to do that. You feel me?
Right.
And
That's just. I
I
ain't gonna
can't say
lie.
nothing about
I gotta keep it real with you and tell you you're 100% right because at the end of the day, it must be different strokes in different states because down here in Louisiana, if you want to get food stamps, if the job ain't paying if the job paying like like McDonald's, Burger King, if if your baby mama working at if she working at jobs like that, they're allowed to get food stamps, but they just cut them.
Yeah.
Mm.
But see, like,
He in Texas. He in
but
that state where the
That
Republicans.
red state, boy. What you know about that red
what you
state?
say?
She said, yeah, she said, I'm going to tell you that red state.
The real state.
That,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
they ain't
so the
giving no
cost of
food
living.
stamps to nobody.
They,
Yeah, so you mean to tell me they don't get that at all in Texas?
they probably don't get it
Man,
in
you know,
Florida
to
neither.
qualify to get food stamps, you already gotta be on government benefits. You gotta be like, you gotta be.
You
You
gotta
can't
be
even
poor,
make
poor.
if you make
Well,
$12 an hour, you don't qualify for food
well, I
stamps.
tell you what. Well, I can't lie. That's how it is down here too. But good. See, the thing is, for me, I like you say, some people can't go to work and work a 9 to 5 because of different, attitudes and stuff like that. See me, what I started doing on my younger. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
can.
Yeah. When I was younger, I worked at like fast foods, but as I got older, being around different type of personalities and stuff like that, and the stuff that you go through on them jobs, it forced me to start my own business. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I started my own business. I started my own business, and I've been successful ever since. Like, and
Right,
I
bro.
thank
That's what.
God for that.
Bro,
But
that's
but I
that's
still
that's that's why I
but
say, bro. Like,
I still make too much. They were like, I wish I could get food stamps, but like I got 10 kids and I got to go through my baby mamas to even to get the food stamp card to put food in my house for when the kids come to my house that they'll have food and stuff like that. Said, but the way the world going now, man, food, man, this food high as hell.
It's so
I
expensive.
ain't gonna
Oh,
lie.
mm-hmm.
I be,
Man, a box of chips, a
Bro,
box of chips.
I spent $550 on groceries. It lasts us a week.
I might need to ship you some.
Yeah, I was eating ham and cheese sandwiches the last
I-
two. Like what?
so it's just me, and I'll spend like maybe like $70 or $80 right in a week, right?
Mm-mm.
And I don't have no meat in the cart. And that's without any
You
meat. I'm
said
like, I
what? Hold on, I
no.
gotta go. Look this. I'm
I
finna
be
put
like, what did
I
I
gotta
buy?
go.
I ain't got no meat in the cart. What did I buy?
I'll be right back. Like the food is up. Look, a 20 ounce of soda out here costs almost $3.
Mhm, mhm.
A 20 ounce costs like $3. The 20 ounce used to cost $1
Yeah.
at most.
Hmm.
At every gas station. Look, a canned soda costs $2
Hmm.
out here.
Yeah,
A
yeah. I'm talking
can,
about
the little
a box
small can
of
costs
a
$2.
variety. A variety box of chips used to be $7 about a year ago. Now it's $14 just for uh,
Yeah.
18 18 bags of chips in a box is damn near $15, man. Like this world is towed up.
And you talk about the little bag of
That's
chips.
crazy.
You talk about the little
Yeah,
bags,
the
like
little bitty bag
little bitty bag. Yeah,
with
I know.
18 in
That's
a
why I had to
box.
buy that for the kids. But I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, I just read like what
Man, so
you
they don't even the crazy
boss. And
Yo.
also this was like they did an experiment with pri why can't I talk? Privatization.
Mm,
So that's kind of like what the red
yeah. What we
ones
talking about?
believe
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Priority.
yeah,
Privatization, which
so
It's
they
they
want
about
forcing
building for the priority for the main people that's
yeah,
paying.
they want to move
You
away
know what
from
I'm saying?
public education. What they want.
When you start investing in them, they start looking out for you more. You know what I'm saying? It's all about where I'm gonna get my money from. See, that's the thing is, it's all about investing.
Hmm.
Like when they find out, like if you get pulled over and they run you, and they find out that you're an investor into the police department and all that, they're gonna let you go. They'll say, thank you, appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna mess with their investors.
right.
This is the sad truth about it, man. But look, I'm finna go. I'm finna go grab this breezy real quick. And I'm come back out finna show you why the streets of Chicago is so savage.
Man,
Look, we got a lot of stuff to look at, man. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm just barely starting this. I'm
Okay.
just barely turning up. Now we
I
finna get
just
into
poured
the
my
facts.
glass of wine, so
Yeah, we finna get into the facts, man. And this
Jonathan,
is facts that I ain't making. I'm finna show you live footage. I'm gonna show you some live footage, man. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and play a beat real quick. Hey, Turtle man, I want to know what you think about this beat because everybody say it's going hard, and
let me listen
that's
to
something I want to do about it.
I gotta get money and stay out the way. I know that they all want to build up a case. So I just cut off and stay out my face. Had to get them and stay out my way.
is that you snapping turtle?
Yeah.
Go ahead. That sounds good. Do it again.
I had to go hit my knees and pray. I just pray to God that they stay away. I gotta go and get build up a safe. I had to get. Gotta get money and stay on my grind. Gotta get money, they ain't wasting time. Gotta get money and stay on my grind. I gotta get money and stay on my grind. I gotta get money and stay on my grind. And hoping one day I can press rewind.
That sounds good. You could have came up with something to go with that little beat.
And that's off the dome, you heard me? Just fucking over.
What's so funny is I was over here. I was like, I wish I could flow. You know, I would say something, but I could not.
Yeah, that's a dope beat though.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, shout out to my boy Snapper at 100. You know, we gonna get to it. Hey, they gonna watch us. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get to this money.
Real
Cause
talk.
that's all we do.
Get to the money.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we do, man.
I gotta go get to the money.
It is built
I
for
gotta
you.
go get to the money. I gotta get deep in my bag. I gotta go purchase that car in that house. Something that I never had. I
Wow.
go from rags and riches. You know that I gotta go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man, that sounds sweet.
Man. Bags with-
And pray for Chicago.
bags with-
Everywhere that
bags
we go to
with-
the trouble.
bags on the
Pray for
ground,
Chicago.
bags with-
Everywhere that we go to the trouble. I gotta go run it up, stack it up, flip it, and get it a double. I gotta go run it up, stack it up, flip it, and get it a double.
Niggas be hating, they gonna be in some trouble.
I gotta fill up the
They
face.
boss say you
I know
don't
they
know
all in the way. Hey, I told them stay out my face. Hey.
Hey, let's switch that whole in. Look, hold on. I don't know about rags and riches and double. I'm make this shit bubble. Fuck with me, you gonna be in trouble. They said,
Oh,
boss, I
wow.
be trying to be humble. I ain't tripping, niggas. I be grubbing. Everybody in the been they love it. This shit, boss,
Hey.
I'm pushing, I shove it. Everybody
Hey.
fucking dubbing. Your girlfriend wanna jump in the tub, I'm gonna put the gun down so I can stick it out. I mean, you don't want no trouble with me. I be keeping that dope. You just know that I'ma spit that shit. Getting that shit. I'm trying to make these niggas. I'm getting that tired of hate. I'm not just tired of hate. I be trying to make it. I'm gonna let them make it. Go ahead, get it in trouble, man, because I heard them, man. I already know how we get down in the outside.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta stay out the way. I gotta build up a faith. I told her stay out my face. A lot of these niggas be fake. I gotta build up a faith. I told her stay out my face. I told her stay out my way. I know they are building the case.
Hello, you just saw. I know they building the case. I know stay out my face. I told her stay out my face. They're trying to stay on my face. But they know I'm gonna make it. The haters, I'm gonna shake it. I'm outside like a butt nigga. I'm always showing my ass. That bitch, she on my class. Man, I graduated on my class. Look, ain't on my class. Look, I'm in first class. Y'all in last. I'm making this shit. I'm a last. Y'all niggas worrying about me. I'm gonna pull up and my niggas will be wearing the mask. We gonna pull up everything that we had. Everything that you fucking took. Me and my niggas stupid me and Dallas hold it down. Let the whole city shoot. And the feds came on. Internet came back. There ain't shit. We can know what that money's gonna get. Every day we always build a bricks. We can build a house. Nigga, we going out, fill them out. Ain't tripping nigga out, fill them out, guys. Send those. Fill them out. I ain't tripping, I don't fuck with nobody that's trying to tell them now. We ain't gonna say a thing. Me and my niggas untamed, we some orangutan. We beat on the chest, we change the game. Niggas been hating outside, this outside, niggas, that shit ain't been the same. I can't even change the name. I can't even fucking change my name. Cause I've been out here for a long time. Rolex show I'm on time. Niggas know that I'm gon' shine. Pull up, nigga, I'm on time. Niggas mad as fuck with me because they know if I fall off, I'm gon' grind. I'm a give it back, I'm spin it back. I be doing this shit, I be living that. And niggas know I start rapping, they be like, Tim Austin, I'm killing it. I be killing that. I be killing cat. You can kill me. I went to Chicago, and I'm graduating to Chicago. My cargo, look, hold on. And I just cargo. Compliments. And they don't want to make no comments. I ain't even got no time to get. If y'all niggas don't run around shit, this straight off the top, my nigga. And you know you can get dropped, my nigga. Red light, no stop, my nigga. It's green light, we on top, my nigga. Keep going. And y'all know. Be the whole club, and I pull up, give it like, hold up, look at I already know, my house so big, motherfucking ambulance, my house up there can't stand it, man. Walking around like, damn, I can't find my bathroom, I need a handyman. Hold on, you know I'm a show, I'm a little turkey man with me, nigga, you know, blow the fuck from the court, man. Hey. Yeah, you ain't gonna change. You gonna fuck up the whole game. If you fuck with it, then go back. I ain't saying no name. No name. You get tongue tag. In a body bag, I ain't gang bag.
I just fill up the face. I told her stay on my way. I told her stay on my face. I gotta build them. I know they building the case. I told her stay on my face. I gotta go build up the face. I know that they all in the race.
Fuck around in the tournament, man. Y'all boys stay tuned, man. Cause
we gotta drop that. We gotta drop that.
Yeah, that was good, y'all. I had to turn the phone down and turn on the TV because I wanted to hear this. I gotta turn the TV up. Y'all sounded good for real.
Thank you.
And we off top. We just marinating. You know?
I know. Like
this ain't playing.
Right.
Hey, look, Tony man, what? I called you right while I was going live. Because I didn't plan the freestyle or nothing. We wasn't gonna do that. It's
Hey,
supposed to be
that beat.
about the streets of Chirac. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Hey, we done got our own zone.
that's how they feeling right now in Chirac. I gotta build up a safe.
Mm.
They gotta stay out of my way. I told them I'll stay out of my face. I know they all building the
The
case.
case.
Ooh.
I know they building the case. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we gotta
And like
drop that,
I say,
bro. I'm gonna make a
gotta
trip
stay,
to Texas.
you gotta stay out the way.
I
Real
can't
talk.
wait to replay it and listen to it like from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. That was a
Gotta
nice
stay out
surprise.
the way. They
And
told me to
look,
stay in the
the
place.
crazy. So you heard every word I was saying?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause I'm in the hospital. You know, my daughter, she got a my baby girl, man. She got a tooth abscess on her teeth, and
Mm.
so I've been up here with her. So I really was talking low because I'm in the hospital, but ain't nobody tell me to be quiet. So it must have been dope.
Mm-hmm.
They was listening too, right?
Yeah, you got the doctors and shit jigging and shit. While live jig.
Oh, you in there
Yeah,
with
the hospital
her?
got a live jig. You want to do a concert next week? Yeah, we do a facility out there in the
She
borough.
That
okay?
yeah,
She
she okay.
okay?
Yeah, look at her, man. She's
Yeah, she
sleeping right now.
sleep. Yeah, I saw her sleeping.
Mm. Yeah, she's straight sleep too.
Yeah.
We'll say a prayer for her.
Oh yeah,
We'll
man. I'm a
pray for
prayer warrior. I thank
her.
y'all,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Say that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand about me. I let people come up here if you're gonna be real, and I'm gonna let you be yourself. I'm gonna let you know what I'm saying. I don't care about my people seeing you, but people don't understand the grind. Like you gotta get up here. People want to come. You know what I'm saying? People want to just pull up one time, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta really be out here to reap the benefits of being a social entrepreneur or a political figure. Because how can you be a political figure if you or just a you know what I'm saying, a figure, a public figure, if you're not being public? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And this is one of the best avenues to be public, to go live.
Yeah.
This is the big dog. This YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
This is all copyrighted content that's gonna stay up and gonna pay up no matter
Right.
what.
Okay.
This
Okay.
ain't disappearing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be up, man. Shout out to Turtle Man. Look, but I want to show y'all how they getting down in Chicago. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta look at this.
Okay.
Right.
This is like I'm like, so she sent me this link. Check this out.
The headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman.
And I'm Mary Mate. Welcome to our listeners and viewers around the country and around the world. Well, it's almost June, and students across the country are counting down to the summer break. But today we look at Chicago, where a record number of schools are preparing to close their doors for good. In a controversial move last week, the Chicago Board of Education voted to close 50 of the city's public schools. It's the largest mass school closing ever in one U.S. city. Some 30,000 students will be affected, around 90% of them African American.
30,000.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel has pushed for the closures. He says the city will save more than $500 billion, half of its deficit. Opponents
Right.
also say the
I
closures
said
will hit schools that are
17.
both
This at 30.
underperforming and underutilized.
Now
But
that's
a big
messed up.
coalition of parents, teachers, and students has fought back.
Mm-hmm.
At protests and public hearings, closure opponents have denounced the plan as discriminatory for overwhelmingly targeting African American and Latino neighborhoods. They warn the
Mm-hmm.
closures will lead to overcrowded
Well, what I
classrooms
told
and
you, black and
endanger those
brown.
students forced to
Mm-hmm.
walk longer
I'm not
distances
making
to their
this
new
up.
schools. After last week's vote, Alex Lyons of the group Save Our West Side Schools said the school district is putting children in harm's way.
Moving them to the south side.
Very disappointed and upset in the rubber stamp vote that was taken by the CPS Board of Elections to take our kids from the classroom and put them on the front row of killings, murders, war zones, seeing things that a kid should not see to go to school.
The vote to
Man.
close so many Chicago schools may be historic, but it already follows around
Historic.
100 other school closures in Chicago since 2001. Ahead of last week's vote, a group of Chicago parents filed 2 lawsuits saying these new closures violate the Americans with Disabilities Act and Illinois civil rights
Yeah,
law.
To
yeah, it
discuss the
will.
Chicago closures, we're
See,
joined
the
by two
American
guests in
Disability Act,
Chicago.
it
Jesse
will
Sharkey
mess
is
that
with us,
up.
Vice President of the Chicago Teachers Union, which helped lead the campaign against the school closures. And here in New
Right.
York, Diane Ravitch is with us. She served as the Assistant Secretary of Education under President.
Because look, with the Disability Act, you can't push nothing on nobody.
Right.
You know, you got that structure that always say, hey, he can do this and take out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how you gonna move him and kick? No, you already signed up for this. You run a whole school or facility that you pretty much housing these kids in. This is where they staying at majority of the day till they go home.
Mm-hmm.
That's their place to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take that from them one day, and the next day, where they gonna go?
You hungry too?
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Where would they go the next day before they get, like everything figured out? The next day, they're like, man, they probably in the hood, man. My school shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ain't got no school. It's just sad, but it's the facts. We ain't got no school. My school shut down. I could just imagine
Mm.
as a kid, like the next day when that school, they said school shut down, get your bag and stuff.
And what does that
I'm gonna go to the hood and be like, man, school shut down.
and what say about how important education is? Like we're supposed to be telling our kids that education is important, but then we turn
Right.
around and close. How many schools did they say? 59 schools, 30,000.
30,000 kids. Yep,
Yeah.
30,000.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
what?
told
thought I
you
said
told us
17,000.
right. They said 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong, bro. That's
Yeah,
wrong.
because that's what she told me. That the first round was 17, but they kept shutting them down. So the numbers gonna change when it all come to light. When it's all done, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
The
Mm-hmm.
numbers gonna change. She said
Mm-hmm.
17,000. I was like,
It's gonna be
this
more
ain't
than that.
30.
Shit, it's probably
Mm-hmm.
gonna be
Right.
more than 30. That's the light number they want to
Yeah,
tell you.
that's the light number. They ain't telling you how many people. Yep, that's the light number. You're right,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And that's why I say now we're looking at divide and conquer
Mm-hmm.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see it happening, you're looking at the news. But
Mm-hmm.
see, this is ain't viral. But why is it not viral?
Exactly. Why?
Why is it not viral?
Yeah.
They said this is a massive school shutdown in history.
Right.
Mm.
Nobody done this.
And then like they test. If they could do this in Chicago or Illinois, then it's coming to all of our states.
Right.
One by
Exactly.
one.
Yeah, it's gonna move.
They
Yeah,
see that
it's
when
gonna move around.
when they see that Illinois saved $5 billion, how much you think
Yeah.
they was
Yeah,
gonna
they said they
do?
saved $5 billion for
Another
shutting down
state
the
is
black
not
and
gonna try
brown
to do
schools.
this. This is crazy.
Yeah, look. This how bold they. Now think about this. Now we gotta sit back and look at what you just said. What we just see.
Hmm.
They so bold that they said that they saved $5 billion for shutting down 50 black and brown schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's bold.
That's
Oh yeah,
I mean,
you saved $5 billion. Okay.
so I mean, do you
But how
think
much money did it cost you on the other end?
so? Do you think that's why the teachers are quitting the schools all around? Because I don't know if y'all parent or y'all state is being affected by loss of like we going through something down here right now to where teachers don't even want to.
Yeah, they don't
Uh,
want to do it. Yeah, we're going through that out here right now. It's
so I
hard to
guess that's
find
why.
teachers.
enough.
I guess
They don't
that's why
have
they.
the classrooms are crowded. The kids are not disciplined. The parents will jump on you about disciplining their kids. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy. It's out of
But,
control.
but you know what? You know what else too though? I do. I really do feel like teachers don't get paid enough money
Yeah,
too
they
to
don't
put
get
up.
paid enough to do
Yeah.
that.
So at the end of the day, they can give teachers raises, but they choose not to, probably because they trying to enforce what's happening in Chicago. You'll never know. You
Hmm.
know,
Exactly. Yeah.
they forcing teachers to feel like they won't pay them so they could quit and then they could save money. But somebody got to stand up and put a stop to a lot of this stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, look, but see, that's the thing. I definitely agree with you. Teachers do not get paid enough. Like,
They
Hmm.
don't.
like just for my kid, bro. Because I get off at 6 and they let out of school at like almost close to 4. So the little recreation center got a little program. I paid 200 a month for them to hold them, then let them play for 2 hours.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, not 200 a week.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, and that's the program, the
Hmm.
school program. If I went outside there, it would have been 400. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We will keep your kid for an hour and 35 minutes because for you to get here in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't know how long it could, and yeah, an hour. You know what I'm saying? For
Mm-hmm.
real, like it's crazy. But what happened to our after school programs? They don't do it.
They don't do it. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Maybe you can sign your kid up for that after school program. They let them swim and all that. Ain't, you know what I'm saying? No 200 per kid a week. They only keep them for an hour. You know, while they like this is like really I could just pull up while they letting all the kids out and be late. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because by the time they letting all the kids out, it's been an hour. But I don't know. I'm gonna just be probably an hour, 30 minutes. Like I don't get out to you know what I'm saying at a certain time. So, but they charging.
Mm.
This is after school programs. You know what I'm saying? Remember, after school programs used to be free.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
They
Some-
go to the rec. They can, you know what I'm saying, play basketball, get taught. You know what I'm saying, different culinary arts,
So
anything.
let me guess. That's why they feel like they saving now by the not having to feed them, not having to watch them, not having to pay the teachers to watch them through after school programs. So I guess that's why they stopped because of money.
mm,
Dog,
yeah,
God is God is tired and he's upset. And just like he came with the flood, he's coming with fire this time, and they all gonna reap what they sow. I'm telling you now.
mhm.
They act like
Yeah,
God
hey,
don't.
hey,
They act
hey,
like God.
and we the fire that started. You know what I'm saying? We the fire. We the fire too. Look, we the ones on it. Ain't
Mhm.
nobody
Right.
talk about this.
Mm-mm.
We
No.
the fire. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
Right.
saying? In real life, we the fire.
Yeah. He
Ain't
brought
nobody
and
talk about this.
he brought the pandemic for all of us to open up our eyes and see how
Mm-hmm.
crazy these people are out here.
Yeah,
Like,
to show you how people gonna treat you when they deal with adversity.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Show you how easily if shit can change, how everything can
Exactly.
change.
People didn't
Real
want
life.
to ask, didn't want to, these people was acting retarded. Like, seriously.
They acted crazy. I like, man, I was sitting bro, going to Waterburger during that time, and this dude he
First,
ran to my lane. Him and his girl with the kids and everything pulled up perfect in front of me. I was like, what are you doing? I ain't thinking nothing. I was driving slow. He got the cars. I was like, what's going on? I'm gonna do. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, you put in my lane. You're not supposed to pull in that lane. This lane is only for people coming out this way. Like, you really could. And then you got your kids in the car. I'm by myself, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You threatening and everything. You didn't even know what I got on you. You jump out of the car like a fool trying to show your stuff off to your baby mama or whatever.
You threw all three of us?
But when he see how quiet I got, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
All right.
come on, man.
Hmm.
People be playing too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't be jumping out on people on no traffic, man.
Right.
My homeboys pulled up right behind. So he seen all the people pulling up. He looking and shit like, everybody like, what the fuck going on? Like, bro, you just cause a whole scene. Now we on your we on your top. We said like you got your baby mom with you with your kids, bro. You was just trying to be tough or something?
how you know that was the baby mom?
No, because he said it.
Oh,
He said my baby mom was driving,
okay.
nigga. Yeah, yeah, that's what he said. My baby mama driving, and you. I'm like, man, like you road raging. I said, bro, you road raging on me? I put, you road raging? Yeah, he's like, say something else. I'm still. I said, I'm still. You know what I'm saying? Still on me then.
That's what you
He
told
don't even. Yeah, he don't even know. I forgot my partner's following me. We they were like, we on the service road of the freeway. He decided to park in front of me on the freeway. Like, oh, it's like road race shit. Like, man, come on, bro, get on somewhere with that, man.
and y'all in
I'm gonna
Texas.
let somebody else deal with you. You keep doing that, I ain't finna take the charge for you being stupid.
Y'all,
Nigga,
y'all
I
in
let
Texas
somebody
where
else
y'all
get
can
you.
open
Cause somebody
carry.
else, you gonna do it to somebody else, they gonna get you. You said what?
Y'all in Texas where y'all can open carry, and he asked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he jumped out and came up to my window and everything. Like, bro, I finna put I ain't doing. Like he lose his mind.
Hmm.
I'm like, bro, you don't know that you're not supposed to be in that lane. That lane is for the apartments only. That's where that whole line, all the way down the street, it ends.
Mm.
It's for us to get out and then get on the surface road. It comes to an end, bro. Your girl driving, she exiting the freeway, still driving 60 on the surface road. And it comes to an end on the far right lane. That's for the people to turn into the apartments. What are you talking about? Like, you're like, okay, well, you keep on staying out here, something happen. I can't make this up. Like, he really, and I'm like, man, only thing that helped him was like, I was chilling, I was what I'm saying? I was like, laid back. I was like,
You
man,
was
what's
not
the time?
to do
I was
that.
like, bro,
You was
I got
not
this shit going on, man. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit with your little ass. Then I'll beat the shit out of you. I promise y'all, I finna got the car. Like, no. And then he punched my rear mirror. I promise that boy finna get
did
punched.
he? You see, he
Yeah.
might, but at least you de-escalated the situation and calmed it and didn't make it blow
Yeah,
up.
because that was looking crazy. Like, damn, this nigga look like a snake. Like, you see, he said he looked like a snake. Like, even this girl, like, yeah, just go ahead and get a car, baby. You know, like, yeah. His girl, the one pumped him up.
Probably so.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
pumped
main
him up
reason why
because
they
she's the
lose their
one.
life.
She was flipping me off. I'm like, I wonder why she flipped me off. I'm slowing down. Like, damn, what's going on? They parked in front of me, and then the first time I went around, they parked in front of me. Yeah, so I got like, what's
Boy,
going
the
on?
women something else, boy.
Yeah, she pumped his head up, and then
Yeah.
all my partners pulling up like, "Ooh," looking left,
You gotta
right,
be Superman.
yeah, looking
He
left and
made
right.
him
I'm
feel
like,
like he
oh
was
my god,
Tarzan.
yeah, I'm like, man, I got this. Yeah, like it was people that were looking, he looking left, right, see, like we moving, boy, you fucking with a whole team, like we moving somewhere. You just slow down the team. They done call up to me like, what they put on? What's going on? Right now, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat the shit out of 'em. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. But you know, I stay humble and everything because I don't need that shit. I'm gonna get to the money. Like I ain't gonna let nobody like, on that shit put me on my
Yeah,
sweet.
especially no ignorance anyway.
Yeah, we on the side of the freeway. I ain't finna go to jail and stuff.
Right.
There's some shit I know I'm finna knock your ass out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't finna go to jail for you, boy. You better move around. You best to move around. You better that shit. Hey, you best to move around. You best to move around. Hey, stop
You
trying to
not my dog, so don't tell me that.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you best move around, man. Like that. That's how I handle this situation. But a lot of people can't. That's this thing. When you in Texas, you rolling the dice. You might run to somebody that ain't gonna be like that, man. And
Right.
he got his kids in the car, man. I'm by myself, bro. So it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, I'm not thinking about no kids or nothing.
Hmm.
That's the thing, man. I'm not thinking about that. You got your kids out here trying to beef on the side of the freeway, man.
Well, I'm a hoe when I got my kids with me. I'm the biggest hoe you could ever meet.
Ah,
Because you gotta think about your kids first. You gotta protect
Real talk. Boy, I'm
them.
going to my cuz, you got that on pussy.
yeah. I mean, like that's what I said. I said, so, bro. You said because he came up, he said, man, you turn to the lane. Y'all drive. So I was like, man, on the service road it's 45. Y'all drive. He said, my girl driving. I got my kids in the car. I said, so you got your kids in the car. You're on the service road in the apartment lane. It's only for the apartments. What does it make it look like? Make it make sense. And then you little than a bitch. You little short. Nigga. Like, I'm finna upcut the shit out of you.
She
Turn.
she made she made she made him feel like mighty man.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
cause she
guys got
initially
down.
drove past me. She was flipping me off and shit. And I'm like, I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm genuine. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, cause this lane is not for the exit in the freeway that I'm coming out. It's only built. They specifically put it up for the people that's coming out the apartments. It's gonna come to an end. and then you merge onto the service road. You get what I'm saying? It's like probably 1,000 feet, and then you merge up. They're in that lane, driving still like 60, and I pull in it because that's our lane. Because I stay right on the freeway, right by it. And I'm like, man, you ain't supposed to be in that lane, bro. It's in the freeway. He's like, he ain't saying
He
shit.
probably was drunk as hell.
But he coming up to my car, I'm like, bro,
Yeah, he had too much to drink that day.
But that's what I say. Like, you gotta be on your p's and q's because in that situation, he had more to lose than I did. It's just me. My kids ain't in the car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You got your kids and you trying to show out. Well, what are you doing? The wife already flipped me off and did all that shit. Okay, that's cool. Don't let them girls pump you up, bro. Cause we got the car like, man, slow that down. I'm finna beat the shit out of it. Yeah, my pop pull up, man. Nah, we gotta do some shit, bro. No, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this nigga. Nah, but it is what it is. Shit, that shit had me like later on. I was so mad still because I didn't even just get down on 'em. You know what I'm saying? For real, because there's no reason for you to be pulled up on somebody that ain't trying to do nothing to you. Because okay, look, that there's so many people that got real problems with other people that will not handle that, and they will try to mess with people that don't have no problem with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, why you starting some stuff over here when you know them niggas over there want you? Handle that, bro.
right.
Then come on and start some stuff and be tough. You ain't tough until you handle your beef.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If some niggas out there messing with you, you running from them, trying to hang out with different people and put it on them. You soft.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You running with other
Right.
people and having them other people looking at the other people you with and messing with them. You soft, and then you act like you hard on the streets. Now I don't understand it.
Right,
You ain't gonna say nothing to the people that really got something
right.
against you, but you
Mm-hmm.
will pull up. You be in a corner store or Walmart and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stick up." But why you wasn't out there like that at the club? What the nigga was on you? We all seen that. Now
Sleeping
you
Beauty,
in
whoever they
Walmart
is, this
knocking
is
over
real life.
TVs. Now you in Walmart knocking over TVs. We seen it. Like we see you, bro. Like for real, everybody in the streets know what's going on. So I don't understand. That's the part I don't understand about that. People be really they don't have that beef, but they're gonna lose their whole privilege in life over something at the corner store and avoid their beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty say, "What the f is this? This is real life. This
Mm-hmm.
is real life. Something that y'all need to be tuning in, listening to."
Oh yeah, he said no. She know what it is. She know what it is. Hey, we go. Hey, sleep. We gonna come over here. We gonna put you to sleep. Hey, and I'm fucking. But for real, we talk about some real stuff, man. This is real street. Everybody know me on my channel. I'm from the streets. I talk about. I know what's going on out here outside. We've been doing this for a long time. You hear me? Before this podcast and all this, we was the ones with the facility doing the podcast. Before you can go online and do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And put money into it without no gain. Just off the strength. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my partner Mo
I
3
hear my
because that nigga, you know what I'm saying, he fuck with us off the strength of the name and the brand and the product. You know what I'm saying? Because we one of the first people that put him in the studio for free. And some people gonna respect that, and some people won't. But Melvin Noble, he kept it G. Melvin Noble kept it G. I can tell you that. My
right.
man Mo 3 man, he did a lot of stuff for it. Like you know what I'm saying? He was real man. He was real, young dude, man. Like Look, we look out for you. Look out for
It's
us.
a bit for me because I gotta get this up
So
now, okay?
more love than half a lot of people that I've ever seen out here, and I've been out here since I was in elementary. It's
Right,
real.
long live Mo3, man.
Show more love than a lot of people I know,
Here we go.
even when he was blowing up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the game. But look, we gonna look at this a little bit more because they finna get deep into this stuff. And this is the real reason why Chicago streets are so savage.
George H.W. Bush, now a historian of education and the best-selling author of over 20 books, including The Death
This
and
is the
Life
reason why
of the Great American School System, How Testing and Choice Are Undermining Education. We welcome you both to Democracy Now! Let's start in Chicago with Jesse Sharkey. Explain the latest and why these schools are being closed and what you're doing about
You
it.
say they got a blue blanket?
Amy, thanks for
What
having
you
me
say
on,
they got
first
a
of
blue
all.
blanket?
There's been a real shifting rationale about why the district is closing the schools. What they've said is that it's to save money and they have a budget deficit to worry about. And then now they're saying that
I
this
ain't
will
know
allow
it
them
get
to
that
better
serious
serve
over a
the
blanket. I'll
students
buy that blanket. How
whose
much that
schools are
blanket
being
cost? How much
closed.
y'all want?
Both rationales are
Ask them
outrageous.
how much they want for
As
that
far as
blanket. I'll
saving
buy
money,
it.
the district is planning, or the city is
Anything
going to
for
spend
my baby.
$300 million to renovate a new stadium for the DePaul basketball team and renovate the tourist areas of the city. We don't believe the school closings will save that much money. And we definitely don't think that this will actually help the students that are being affected. In all the previous rounds, we found that the University of Chicago research shows that over 90% of the students actually wind up with worse educational outcomes as a result of their schools being closed. So this will be very harmful to the students. It'll be harmful to the public school system as a whole and to the people who work in the schools as well.
When the closures were announced in March, Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel was across the country on a ski vacation with his family in Utah. When he got back, Emanuel defended the plan to close so many of the city's schools.
To deal with the 54 schools was not taken lightly.
Infamous,
but it was
what's
taken
up?
with the notion
Pull
of
up.
how do we make sure
What's going on,
that
Infamous?
every child can get to a
I
quality
haven't seen you
school
in
with
a
a
minute.
quality education.
I want to bring in Diane Ravitch. So the argument here is that there's around 100,000 empty seats that are wasting taxpayer money. What's your response to that?
Well, it's
I
funny
said
because
pull
over the
up.
past several years, we've seen the federal government and a lot of local
We got
governments saying
568
that
people
kids
in here,
need
but earlier
smaller
we
schools.
had like
And actually, in New York City,
100.
for example,
We've
many
been
schools have
going
been
long.
broken
We've been
up. Big
going
schools
hard
have been broken up into 5
almost
or
2
6
hours.
schools, and many new small schools have been created. All of these schools could have served as the ideal small schools. There really was no reason to close them. And many people think it may have been payback to the teachers union for having struck last September. Other cities that have closed schools have found no cost savings because the children still need services, the children still need teachers, so that there are really no cost savings. This is, I think, on Rahm Emanuel's part, he's following in the footsteps of.
See, if you get what I'm saying, these are the kids that grow up to be 20 and shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wait a
When
minute,
you
I
look at
hear that piece where she was saying
about them, the teachers protesting and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, whatever she was in the middle.
Have been broken up. Big schools have been broken up into 5 or 6 schools, and many new small schools have been created. All of these schools could have served as the ideal small schools. There really was no reason to close them. And many people think it may have been payback to the teachers union for having struck last September. Other cities that have closed schools have found no cost savings because the children still need services, the children still need teachers, so that
the children still need teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
we pay.
all
Look.
the
This is
services that you say you gonna save money. You can't save money like that. You can't save no $5 billion.
You know what's messed up? Our taxes, everything we pay tax for, is go to the schools.
Exactly. That's where the money
we pay for that. When you go get your registration and your sticker, did you ever look at the receipt and it show the sticker only costs $20? Right. The rest of it go to the roads and all that.
Right. And the schools is a big portion of what you pay.
Yeah, just register your car.
Your money is going to that pocket.
That's why I understand why I'm a taxpayer. Yeah, I understand why they said it now because I looked at it too. It said that that the registration sticker only costs $20. The rest of it go to the school and the roads and all that. I'm like, hold on, I ain't signed up for that though. I ain't signed up to pay for those schools and those roads, bro.
But you got
Like
to.
nobody told me that I'm signing up for the schools and the roads. That's why I'm paying 80. That's what it went up to also $100 for. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like that's what it went up to about $100 for
And
to
then if
get the
you say,
registration.
wait a minute, this is my question. If you saving 5 billion, where's my part? Where is my part? Because
Right,
I'm the one that's
Yeah.
paying the money. So if you saving 5 billion, I want my
And
money
see,
back. I want my money
look,
back.
hold on. Now think about this. That's 5 billion though, man. That's 5 billion. You gotta look at that now. That's 5 billion. I ain't saying it's right, but think about what a person do for 5 billion. What
man. Y'all say that by a year.
what's that movie?
Those 59
Look,
schools.
remember, what's the old boy on First Day Air? He said, man, he said First Day Air, what old boy, took them things on that movie and took us to the wrong apartment. He said, and this whole boy Goose, he told Dad, he said, "Nigga, 5 minutes, he said, I will kick you 5 minutes. He said, and then Dad said, you do me? I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, I do, man. Like, stop playing. Get this shit right. Like, there's 50 keys in this hole. I will do you. He said, I'll do myself.
So they should let me and my wife stay with her, huh? Okay.
Like, really, like, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about with that movie. Like, with, was his First Day Air? When the old boy from Clues, he delivered all them keys to the wrong apartment, right? His daddy from Friday, and that Gooch, the dude from Paid in Full, he's like, man, he said, man, for 500 keys, I will do you. He said, the dad said, you'll do me. Yeah, you my cousin. I don't care though. That's what, like real life. Like, that ain't play that. You really do me? Yeah, man. I will sit down. Go over and sit. I'll do you for this.
That's
Get it right, man. Come on.
mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. 50 keys? Keys, man. Man, you finna make some hits. Even if you know what I'm saying, even if you said wholesale, you gonna still make it, a couple of, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Right.
He said, man, he said, you trust him? I will do you. He said, you do it? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the, I don't know why it's funny to me, but he said, you know what I'm saying? I will do you for 50 keys, man. So, but you my cousin, you'll do me? Yeah. You understand? You said 5 billion? 5 billion? You know how much money that is?
Right.
5 billion
That's
is
my charger.
5 billion. You can't even run out of that. That's
That's my
Corday.
charger.
Corday.
'Cause I don't have damn another charger.
Hey, God, I tell you, Corday. I was trying to hit up his kid for Corday because I couldn't find his number. I had to factory reset my phone.
Who Corday?
That Corday, remember Corday that he was over here one time.
Right. Yeah. How is he doing?
I mean, he doing good. Like we supposed to get the so I've been talking to B Simone, manager, old manager, and he hit me up and he was talking about we already putting that together, but he said he finna holler at B Simone. But I said that'd be cool if she, what I'm saying, but I don't want to. I was like tell him no, put the focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, she gonna be B Simone now. She be Simone now. She'll be Simone back then, regular, but she a different B Simone.
Right.
And he coming out the feds, nobody showing you know what I'm saying, on a different move for I was telling like, man, she don't act, you know what I'm saying, just
Hmm.
don't make that have an effect. That thing, you know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I'm on you. I'm like, man, it's cool, but still,
Yeah.
if she come to the show with you, if she don't, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
People like, man, I know ain't no way she going. So you know what I'm saying? I know it on his mind.
mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't no way she gonna try. Ain't no way she gonna have like she gonna. Yeah, I spent. He spent 70,000 trying to promote their group fantasy.
Oh, okay. So they said that this was voted on in June of this year. They talking about June of this year?
Now, I mean, this happened like a little over like 10, 15 years ago
Oh,
when they started doing
I
this.
thought you
But
said
they just been continuing to do it though. That's the thing.
this-
Like it ain't stopped.
right.
So it still
They
got
shut
people out
down
there
everything.
fighting right now.
The thing is they're just shutting everything down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're
Right.
going. Let's see what they gotta say.
Okay.
There are really no cost savings. This is, I think, uh, on Rahm Emanuel's part, he's following in the footsteps of his predecessor, Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan started this idea that the way to improve schools was to close them, which is obviously a ridiculous idea. But he closed 3 schools in 2002, and then 2 years later, he
They
announced
closed
the
them in
reform plan, which he
2002.
called Renaissance 2010. And the heart of
Wow.
Renaissance 2010 was to
Can't hear.
close schools and open new schools, and that would somehow miraculously improve education. Not only did it not improve education in Chicago, and he did close lots of schools and open many more, it did not improve education. But in this latest wave of school closings by Rahm Emanuel, the first 3 schools that Arnie Duncan closed and reopened have now been closed again.
How significant is this schools closure, I should say, 50
So
schools
just
in
to start
Chicago,
They said 50
in the
schools.
context of
So it's
education
50
in
schools.
America,
They
in the
said
United
50
States?
schools.
Well, I think that
That's a lot, though.
what's so terrible is that people have come to accept the idea that closing schools is a reform strategy. And as I
See,
mentioned, the
she's
one who
saying
started
it.
this was Arnie Duncan. We now see
The
it happening.
Secretary of Education.
Secretary of Education. So we now see it happening in New York City, where the mayor has closed something like 150
Oh,
schools
the
over
other
several
state.
years, not that so many at one time. Massive school closings underway in Philadelphia and
dang,
Detroit.
so they
The
doing this
city
all over.
Yeah, they did
the
it.
civic and
Yeah.
business elite and the whoever's
See, that's
in
why I
charge
said,
as
look, wait for
superintendent
them. I'm
has
finna get
taken the
deep
position
into
that
it.
they'll close schools, and what they're mostly doing is privatizing them. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to understand that the closing schools argument is not simply about public schools getting better, which obviously they don't, are not and the kids are not sent to better schools. They get sent to equally low performing schools, and not all the
With no
schools are close
standards.
to low
Because when
performing
they
schools, by the way,
privatize them, they have
but
no
it is part
standards.
of a larger scheme to advance privatization, to create privately managed charter schools that are non-union schools. And Chicago now has about 75,000 children in non-union charter schools.
Actually went
But
up to
the
77.
mayor, Jesse Sharkey, says it's to close this massive debt.
That's their claim. The mayor has
That's
also said
crazy,
that
bro.
there's not enough money, but he will refuse to consider
What's
raising
up?
taxes.
What's up,
The
Infamous?
mayor also sets aside about a quarter
Look,
million dollars
look,
a year.
I'm gonna stop this because the thing about it, Stab Turtle Man Death. You know the reason why I stopped it
Mm-hmm.
because we already know this. And did you see what she said to cosign? Well, we already know.
What? What did she say?
She said that this is already programmed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You see what she said?
He said what? This is what?
Says this already this is already a plan. It's already
Oh yeah.
programmed. We're doing this. They doing that. Like they're doing this to the black and brown. Like
Mm,
for sure.
yeah. That's
Like,
where they
that
started. They always start with our communities. And then when they get
shut
all the
it
money they
down.
can get out of our communities, they go to the other communities.
Yeah, shut it
You know
down.
what I'm saying?
But they're
So
not gonna
ours
take.
come
They're
first.
not gonna. But I said they're not gonna take
So
from their
we
own
go,
community though.
huh?
They're not gonna take from their own community.
No, they will. They eventually go to their community. They will.
But their community is the ones that's paying them. You see what I'm saying? That's you also the politicians electoral
You
votes.
but look, you just said
Their community that
that.
they're in is
What did the
electoral
lady that
voters.
you talked to the other day? You just said what happened. It started spilling off in their community, And now they
Yeah,
be
it
protesting.
starts spilling off in their community, but they ain't
It's
gonna do nothing to. They listen to them. You know what I'm saying? They listen to them when they said something about it because they electoral voters. They put money into this. So when I say, hey man, y'all moving funny, man, I ain't finna mess with y'all club no more. And you an asset? They went, no, Dad. Hold on, what you want? You want a bottle? Like, yeah, let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an asset
mm-hmm.
to the they spot.
Right.
They're not gonna mess off their investors. That'd be dumb. You know what I'm saying? These rich folks,
The
man.
corporate, yeah, the corporate
Yeah,
bigwigs.
the person I'm talking to, she got a $5 million plan, $5 million insurance plan. You hear
Wow.
me?
Nice.
Five M's,
Oof.
straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Yeah, straight like that. 5 M plan. With only one beneficiary. You hear me? She said she didn't even want her daughter to get nothing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, what did it get? Who's her benefit? Sorry, I gotta
She had
know.
$2. Only one of her daughter get that 5 M's.
You, you said what?
See, her other
What's
daughter
that
got
in the
she
background?
and her other daughter got business. She opened out bougie and shit.
Yeah, boss. What's that in the background? What was that?
Sounded like a.
I'm in the ambulance. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he at the hospital.
Yeah,
It's crazy what they'll rub shoulders with it, like who they'll rub shoulders with. You know what I mean? Just to get that money. They'll rub shoulders of people you wouldn't think they would rub shoulders with. You know?
oh no, they'll rub shoulders with anybody.
Yeah.
That's
If you're gonna help their agenda, yeah, exactly.
I'm
wow.
telling you, look, after this live, we have to go backstage. I'm gonna play next day, and I'm gonna go to the poet. He said, "Man, I will kill you for $2 million." No, he said, there is a man, shut up, sit down, man. You can't because like, man, I'll do. He said, "You don't think this thing gonna come back and do this?" He said, he said, "No," I said, "Nigga, I will do you for this."
Mm,
That will
Did
be
you
clear.
did you hear that? Did you hear that story about the Crime Stoppers and this couple? They have like 5 or 6 kids, and they noticed that this guy was on the news. He had kidnapped 2 kids, and he SA'd the little girl and then
mm,
dropped her off, and so he was all over the news, right? So this younger couple. And they had saw him get like at the bus stop, and they're like, I don't know if that's him or not, and so they called 911, because they're like, nope, that's him, because they pulled up next to they could hear him yelling or whatever, and they're like, yep, that's him.
oh
So
wow.
like they followed the bus, they called 911, until the cops got there or whatever, and they arrested him. And Crime Stoppers had like a reward, but they weren't going to give him the reward because they said they didn't call Crime Stoppers.
Mhm.
So yeah, they didn't give him the reward, and then
Yeah,
even the
Crime
news.
Stop is a different entity, man. Like
Well, they
one of the
said they said
laws
they
of the
didn't
state
call
of Michigan.
they didn't call us. They said, how do we know that? How do we know that they there wasn't other people calling 911? Well, like, can't you like listen to the calls and figure out who was who and who did what? And yeah, he didn't want. I think they pocket that money. They
That,
pocket that money because the news lady had called them to get an interview to figure out, like, don't you think that's a little, like, that's a little
A little flaky,
effed up, it's a little effed up.
a little flaky. But
So
like, hey, true teller, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I don't know why people don't understand where I come from. Every case that we talk about, it's always play. It's always BS. And it's always flaky. You know what I'm saying? What case is not?
yeah,
What cases always been straightforward? It's justice and then
yeah.
doing their job. It's always been like we sitting here trying to figure out why would they do that? Like we
Yeah,
really sit there scratching. This that's the only thing to make a story because we sit here trying to figure out why would they do that.
because we're rational minded, and we're
Yeah,
trying to comprehend the irrational thought of somebody or people.
yeah,
And with the rational mind, it's hard to wrap your head around irrational thinking.
yeah. Why would they shut
yeah.
down 50 schools? Or why would they stop 20 buses and that? Why would they? You know what I'm saying? We ask, we the wild people. We're wise. We break it down to make it
We
make
be
sense.
investigating, yeah.
Yeah, why would they take
It's got
we be go.
why would they
We're
take
trying to
flat
find.
screens out of the store? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
this is weird
yeah,
shit. Like, why would they do
yep.
that?
Remember that guy at the subway, boss? The guy on the subway. Remember, and we're like, I started to, you started looking, and I started looking,
Yeah,
and then all
that
of a sudden
video,
the stream fell.
that
Yeah,
video still keep getting views, and I don't even know who. Like, and they ain't said nothing about the dude.
and
That
I
video still.
actually was able to like screen record a little bit of him talking before they shut down the whole thing. So I still have it, but I'm not trying to put it out nowhere because yeah, they'll shut me down. Shoot. Before they shut down all his social media, I was able to catch it. Isn't that when your stream went down? That's when your stream went down. Remember?
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think
it?
it was the next stream. Yeah, after that, I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
after I
And
streamed
he's
about.
yeah.
But it was my stream went down. I was like, I don't know what it was. Like, but no, what it was is, yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that. It was some. Uh-huh.
But we were trying to figure out his mind, where his mind was at, like where, like how his life was, like they, like he always say, we're all digging deep, and we're like, hit all the social media. So I was like going on my computer trying to hit all the social medias before they shut it down, trying to figure out his mindset.
Yeah, and remember he was like an incognito person. Like, it's no Facebook, it's no relative talking about, it's nothing. Like who put this dude up to do that? Like
Yeah,
he must have, if he did it on his own, he been in the bushes for a long time.
yeah.
That's where he want
That's
to
what.
be at.
Well, that's
You know
what
what
the
I'm saying?
neighbors had said.
He been
That's
in
what
the
the
bushes
neighbors said.
for a long time, man. And
Yeah,
that's what's sad. You don't got nobody come up to you and give you a beer and they're like, hey boy, what's wrong with you? You stressed out. Man, pull
yeah.
up, I'll pick you up, let's go to the club. Like he had to be in the bushes for a long time.
Yeah, he was disgruntled for a long time, and then he
mm,
became angry, and then he acted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because look, I'm the type man. If I'm in a club, I see some people sitting on the back of the wall, man. I'm like, "What's up, man? You want a shot?" You know what I'm saying? This is
mm-hmm,
a club, man. You supposed to be looking mad, bro.
mm,
Anybody can be like, you supposed to be sure. Like, why you sitting on the wall? Come on, it's a VIP, man. Sit
mm,
down, chill out. Man. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's how I move.
mm.
Like for real. Like I know certain things. Like I look at the club, I see the niggas on the wall, like they want some stagnant shit. I'm gonna ask them like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't drinking, no, y'all ain't smoking, no. What's up?
Right. Before you try to kill them.
You in the club.
yeah.
Make you
He
my
Yeah,
friend.
you
Before
probably
you try to
yeah, you in the club.
let's
Yeah,
be
you
his
in the
friend.
club. Yeah, I'm
kill
gonna
Right.
come out and do you. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get
What you
right.
got in that jacket? You look hot in that jacket. You want to take that jacket off?
You sweating on
Let's
me?
see what you got underneath that bad boy.
You sweating on me? What's up?
You sweating with that jacket? What jacket on?
Pull up like,
Yeah.
hey, we pull up like that. We gotta pull up like, you know what I'm saying? We pull up like that. I'm like, what's up? You good? You good? That's a favor. You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, you ain't good. Come over here and drink shots, man. Stop. You know, get some water, man. That's what some of these girls up, man. Like, you know, probably I tried this. He said, he look matchy, delicious. You good at money, Mike. I don't know what people be on, but you know, so I'm gonna just be me.
Mm.
You know, at the same time.
That's
But you know what I'm
strategy.
saying?
That's a good strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I automatically ask the man things like, hey, everything good? You good? You need something? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? Why you looking like that? Everybody has this.
Mhm.
Remember Frank said, we said it, they said, man, everything good. It's my family. Oh, yeah, everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, what's wrong with you? He said, "Man, try
Mm,
that." You know,
I was a
because,
I was a dental assistant when like September 11th happened, and there was one of the dental assistants that I worked with. She was telling me, she like in hindsight, like when it all came out, like who it was, and what, like who was on the plane, and like everything that happened when all the details started coming out.
mm-hmm.
She came to work one morning, and she's like, her eyes are all big. She goes, "Hey, I don't know." She goes, "Check this out." And she said that when they go out to the clubs, on the weekends, that she had
Mm-hmm.
noticed that the dental assistants were always wearing masks.
Uh-oh, we lost her. Hello.
just let me come back, man. It's
Just
a
when she
phone, when you move
prior.
the phone, like when you move the phone around, like
Mm-hmm.
it was the reception would be messed up, or if she getting too many emails or whatever. But she didn't drop out the session, so that's why how you know her phone. Yeah, that. But you see, like, I pull up.
What you say?
I said, I pull up to the club. Be like, what's going on?
Right.
I'm a live writer. I'm a live person. I know the people they call me to come up, but we need you to come through.
That's your personality too.
Uh, that is it. We need you to come through. That what you mean? We need you. Like, all right, whatever. But yeah, they made me perform. And they get to the money. I did that for like 12 years ago. Freestyle. I freestyled the hook and the one take, the whole song, one take.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to see what it was because they got a long. This is kind of long. I'm like, they're talking about this for a long time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
which goes into essentially a sort of a real estate kiddie sludge fund called the tax increment finance funds. But really,
And the
we
good
do
thing
see
about
that
we
this is an
green, we
attempt
good.
to
We in the
close public
green. We
schools and
got the
replace
green
them
light.
with non-union charter schools.
Oh, that's good.
Chicago
Mm-hmm.
has signed on to the Gates Compact, which promises to add 60 new charter schools in the next 4 years. So even as they close traditional public schools, neighborhood
Because
schools, but some of these schools have been around for over 100 years and survived
100.
two world wars
That
and a Great
part.
Depression, but haven't survived this mayor. And
So
so
they
one of the
said he
reasons why
said
they're
haven't
closing
survived
schools is
this
because
mayor.
there's too many
Yeah,
seats,
I
quote
guess the
unquote.
mayor is the one that make the
He's
decision in
they're
Illinois.
opening many other
Yeah, yeah.
schools,
The mayors
and the
make
rationale is
the
beginning to
mayors
fall
is the
apart.
highest
And frankly, the
electoral
rationales keep
voter.
shifting.
But like
These
in
are sort of the
here
third sets
in
of
Michigan,
justifications they've
it's
made
on
for
the
this
it's in the
policy.
governor.
Diane Ravitch,
It's
the
not the
choice is that the city of Chicago
Well,
is
you know what
making
I'm
where
saying?
they
Like,
put their
here,
money and
like the
where
they
mayors,
they take it out.
the
was
mayors
Well,
is
you know,
first, and then
it's.
you got the
I think
people
Jesse's quite right.
underneath.
This is
and
not
they
about
want
saving
our
money.
mayors be over like
It's not
60
about giving
about the
kids a better education
school board.
because there's solid
You
research that
cut
shows that
out
most
what's
of the
up?
kids who moved in from a closed school to another school uh,
See, you
Like
heard what she
him out.
said?
They voted him out.
Go ahead. What you say? Say it again.
I said that's why they voted him out, Emmanuel, because of all this mess when he got yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they got rid of him.
Because look, that's what I'm saying. Like, people never understood what electoral voters are. You know what I'm saying? You can only be electoral voter if you're like a chief of police. He's electoral voter, right? You know what I'm saying? I know, like a chief police electoral voter, uh, the spouse of the governor electoral, like them people are. We're not electoral voters. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to get up there to be. For even the president, let's say you got to get so many electoral voters. I forgot the number, but we're not electoral voters. I should count 0.1. That should count 5. You know what I'm saying? Like all you need is 200 something. It's like 200 electoral voters, and this electoral voters are all people that's actually congressmen. That's actually have a position on the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yeah, yeah,
That's all electoral voter is, like the mayor, his wife. You know what I'm saying? Then, like the assistant. You know what I'm saying? All the people that they're electoral voters. But we the ones before you know what I'm saying, the pre-election. We the ones that choose to keep the same electoral voters because nobody does that because it's not a rally. It's a rally for the president, but it's not a rally for electoral voters. The electoral voters, like that's what he's really supposed to vote. That's going to make the chief of police. It's going to make the chief of, you know what
Hey,
I'm
J
saying?
Boss.
Yo.
Hey, look, bro. Not to sort of cut you off, but my phone on 1%, and I'm on the ambulance headed to Baton Rouge Hospital with my baby. I enjoyed this conversation. I will get with you uh, tomorrow or tonight if you still available when I make it. Thank you, man,
Yeah.
and we'll touch base on this, man.
Is
Man,
everything
I
okay?
hope your girl good, man. I hope your daughter, good. I hope everything good. You know what I'm saying? He dropped out fast.
Yeah.
But see, I had to do it a little research on my end what electoral voters are.
Mhm.
Like, the person I was talking to about this stuff in Chicago, she electoral voter.
Right. Mhm.
She counts.
Mhm.
She is in the branch. She's like she can call on the behalf of the governor. What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like how you have the upline. You know what I'm saying? That will I call on behalf of who. That's what she in that position. She ain't the big dog, but she can call on behalf of the big dog. Tell her to call and check on this. She can do that. Got Pete. You know what I'm saying? Got documented. She can call, pull up, and her name gonna be on there.
Mhm.
You pull up the information, say she can speak for this person. Which you know what I'm saying? Like the shit is sad though. I mean, it's sad. We look at it, but we looking at the same thing that's been going on for centuries.
Yeah. It's like everything is getting turned backwards. Everything is being taken back. The things that were fought for or that was made better, now it's being unraveled. And I
Yep, and being more advanced
yeah, and I don't understand why we're okay with it being unraveled. That's the part
because because like just like the lady told me, like she didn't think about it till it started affecting her area
everybody is only
and
looking
her kids.
at themselves and they're only like how it affects them. And so a lot
Mhm.
of people it doesn't affect. And then the people that's left that it affects, I think they feel hopeless. Like, what can we do? It's like, wow, it's crazy.
All thing you do is move out the city, start over, move
Yeah,
out the city.
but
That's what makes it so hard.
yeah, because
That's
I
what makes people mad.
yeah, if I was in that position, I would move out of the city. I wouldn't let my child be educated somewhere that would treat kids like that. I
But
would be
think
sad.
about this: how many people could just move out the city?
That's the thing.
Like you got like that. It's just the opposite. Where I leave everything, Pennsylvania, everything, all the
Right.
bar, the bill, all the Marlboro. I put in this and leave just like instantly.
Exactly.
And one day just leave everything behind because I gotta get out the city.
Hmm.
A lot of people, some people do have that option.
Yeah.
Like the movie company I work with, like it's family owned, but when we move people like we moved Bert Michaels, and he like man, I'm gonna take everything out of it, like
You
almost everything.
hmm you moved what?
Brent Michaels,
What was that?
here rock star, Brent Michaels,
Oh.
rock star,
Hmm.
big time rock star. Since
Hmm.
Miss, Brent Michaels, Google him right now on your phone. Brent Michaels.
Hmm.
We moved his house like the house is so man. The dude garage is bigger than your apartment. Man. That dude got you know what I'm saying like his garage is bigger than an apartment. I said you know what I'm saying his garage is bigger than like for how like his garage is a whole in the house like a game room. I'm like what the fuck? And he give away like man, you had that flat screen, you had that. You know what I'm saying? He don't care.
Hmm.
Cause he don't, you know what I'm saying? He moving.
Right. You said Britt Michaels. Okay, yeah, I see him.
Yeah, we moved it. We moved we moved his house out here in Dallas. We moved his house. And, I asked, I'm gonna tell my partner that one was to send me the whole the video of the his dude house. Like you were like, what? It had gold chandeliers, everything
Mm-hmm.
going crazy. And he had like it's like a 30 room mansion, but it's only him and like his wife, and then I think he had like a kid or something. Like it was, he was like, man, yeah, I ain't been back there in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He got two garages, one right, one left.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't been there. I was like, man, that must be nice. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
in real life, the thing about it is when you get money, you don't have nobody even you don't have nobody even trying to look out for because the person you look out for, they're gonna feel more obligated. You feel what I'm saying? So I already see how people treat you differently when you step in the club. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, oh shit, oh that, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
You saying when you get more money, you saying they treat you differently?
Yeah, because they don't know. It depends on how you get it. They don't know how to fit themselves in there to get money with you because you're doing something different. You see what I'm saying? Like how they gonna fit? They don't like they can't like the only. That's why it's so sad because we only get love off of selling drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody can come in and make money with you as long as you gonna move it. As long as I can call you and say, "Hey, go there," you can make money. But when it comes to doing something real,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "Oh, I don't know
Exactly. They're
how,
not
can
interested
I,
in
how,
being
how can I get on this channel and be a speaker? I don't know what to say. I'm used to this." You see what I'm saying?
right.
So it's different.
Mm-hmm. Or they intimidated. They intimidated. They don't think
Yeah,
they
because you making money, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
right. They don't believe in themselves. You gotta believe in yourself.
But at the same time, a lot of people don't want to put no
They don't want to put
belief
they let
belief in another person that's that that rock with them, and they'll let everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying?
some people want stuff handed to them. They want
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they definitely want handed to them.
like you've been building up all your life, probably ever since you turned 18. You've been doing stuff to position yourself to where you're at.
Grinding hard, like taking so
Hey,
many chances, going to jail all the time
right.
to
And they
stay with money,
so
play with money.
they waking up and they looking at you now and they think that it just happened for you and it didn't. You've been building for a long time.
Yeah, they know that. Well, one thing for sure, they know it just happened because a lot of them is like they ain't down for it to come up. They just try to stay around for when you do come up.
Right.
They try to be close to you for you do,
They
but
want
they ain't finna take no chances like we was for sure.
right. They want it easy.
Yeah, they ain't finna sit down and do it now. Nah, they ain't trying to put in their work.
Right.
They always want the quick money. The quick, say, hey, go over and tell them you get $50. Okay, that's what they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is
Instead of
that
turning that to five.
is that your fire alarm? Is
Yeah,
that your fire?
yeah.
You need a battery.
That man, they just changed the batteries not too long ago. I
I
don't
hear
know.
it because at
I'm
first
gonna
I was
break
like, "Is
the
that my fire alarm?" And then I was like, I heard it again. And I'm like, I think that's your fire.
Yeah, I heard. Well, it just started back beeping. Uh, not too long ago. But
You can't
it's like
turn
a little
it out
timer on
until you change.
it. But they didn't change the battery on that thing too
That
many times.
drive me
They keep
crazy.
changing it. They keep changing that battery.
So what? They not getting the right battery or something?
What's the idea? Is you give me used batteries, bro? Do I need to buy the
They give you a
batteries?
reused battery.
Yeah, do I need to buy it? You recharge the battery? Like, can I give you my
Like they
own
just
battery?
charge it and then give it back to you.
Yeah, yeah. Recharge the whole. Yeah, I said, man, let me give you my own battery. I'll buy a 10 pack, though, man. We do it like that.
Batteries, they got batteries that last like 10 years now. Like what the hell?
Yeah, and like I promise you, they just changed. They changed my
They
battery. Like,
cheap batteries. I would
well,
go.
it's probably like 2 months ago. You know, changed it.
I would call the manufacturer and ask them what kind of battery can I put in this thing, and I would just change my own battery. I would not let them change another battery because they clearly don't give a damn.
Yeah, I was like, they came and changed it like almost 2 months ago, and it's shit still. I'm like, man, it's the only one. Like we got three. I got three of them in here.
Right.
That's the only one
That
that keeps
same one.
on doing that.
Is
Yeah,
it the same one? Maybe it's an electrical problem then.
yeah. That whole just dog. That whole just weak. They didn't put a new one on it. There's
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with that one. Cause it's another one right over here by like it's three of them. So none of them like I never had to change the battery on none of them. But this same one, I changed the battery twice already
No.
since I've been here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Man,
So
it's still
I
100
felt that much.
degrees right now.
Man, you know
Yeah,
I
I
told
can.
you,
I would
man. Look,
be
you
like,
know I told you, I like man. While I was searching for my keys and stuff,
right.
it was like 104 at 2 a.m.
That's crazy. I'm like finna look right now because I just can't believe Dallas right now. I can't believe it. It's 91.
I got man.
So it's gonna be 106 high tomorrow, 107 Sunday, 104 Monday. Y'all all week, all the whole week, all the way to Friday. It's gonna be in the hundreds.
The block is hot. The block is hot.
That shit
Yes,
is
the block is hot. You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like, it's hot
It's
outside.
hell in
Like,
that. Y'all hotter
like,
than anything. Y'all higher than Hawaii and Montego Bay.
yeah, man,
Ain't
man, you ain't
90.
gonna
Y'all
pull up.
higher.
They ask me, you ain't gonna pull up. No, no, I'm not trying to pull up and sweat with y'all, man. Oh, it's hot. Like, bro, I told you, direct engines always send me a engine alert. They'll never do that. Say,
It's 63 degrees where I'm at.
man, you crazy. That's almost
Hey,
cold. Like you can wear hoodies and stuff out there. Like I
no,
got throw hood.
I like it like this.
I got some throw hoodies since I'm waiting for the winter time. Man, I got
I
some
like it
throw stuff.
like at nighttime you ain't gotta run the central air. You know what I'm saying? You might have to
Mm-hmm.
run it a little bit in the day, but for maybe a few hours and that's it. And you good.
Ain't no way y'all sit up there on 60, man. Ain't no way. We sit up there on 104.
I got
Cause
but I still can wear my shorts and stuff.
even if it says 91 or something right now, that's not accurate. It's hot as hell outside right now. It's still hot out, probably in the air, but I promise you that's
I'm
not accurate.
telling you, I came one year I came to Dallas. It was in November. So clearly in November, I need my sweater, I need my corduroys. So that's what I brought. It was 80 something degrees. We sitting out on the deck at the bar. Like it was just hot as hell. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you kidding me? Like I was burning up in my clothes.
You said
I,
80 degrees?
yeah, it was 80 degrees, but it went
You said
down the
you,
next day.
you
The
said
next
you
day,
was hot?
huh?
You said you was hot? Like you was sweating? You ain't ready to come out here, man.
I was hot because I had packed the wrong stuff. I thought it was fall time, like how it is here in Michigan, but no, it was 80. It was still summer in November
Mm.
in Dallas. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had packed the wrong thing.
hey,
I had sweaters and corduroys.
man, say we infamous for that, but I'm gonna keep my stuff low. Whatever gonna be going, I'm gonna pay for it. That's how bad it's like. You got like they talk about direct injury. Talk about turn me around, but like 83. No.
I know.
It's help for some reason. Yeah, I help somebody. Nah, man, we need to be sweat.
Mhm.
Tell me raise ceiling fans. That what it says, right? For the weekend, that's an alert. It said,
I would be
don't
terrified.
run your air, raise
I would,
ceiling fans.
I would be terrified that my central air is gonna go out. I'm like, if my central air go out and this is in the hundreds, mm-mm. Look, it's 58 degrees and
My shit went out twice when I first moved out here, but I'm kind of like, man, what I'm saying? My shit went out twice.
you know
Um,
it's 58 degrees in San Francisco. For this week, they're gonna be in the 60s and 70s.
See,
Ain't
I
for the
look,
high.
I love the hoodie. I love the cold. But the thing about it is, do you know one thing about Dallas?
What?
We didn't get the cold period. Like the cold period only lasted 2 days.
What do you mean a cold period? The cold period
Like
when?
like the hoodie time,
Like the what?
the hoodies and all that.
Right.
That's
Y'all don't get that ever.
no. We always get it. We get some of it, but I don't know why.
But
This year it's like,
oh,
man, ain't no hoodie. Like it didn't come.
this year's only been hot.
Yeah, like from last year, December to winter time, that's supposed to be winter time, it was only cold for like 2 days.
That's all cold. Yeah. Yeah. Like here in Michigan, usually it's hotter than this though for the summer. We usually be in the 80s, high 80s. We do at least get to the high 80s. We ain't even this summer. It's been just like 70, high 70s, low 80s
Mm.
all summer long. And the summer finna be over with. In two weeks, it's a wrap.
It's over. Yeah, that's right. It's over with. But
Yeah.
I hear it's been the summer before it was summer. Like
Hmm.
the summer ain't kicked in. Like we had that cold spring that lasted for like a week where it messed up the seals. Like, it was like a pandemic or something. But this year we have it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I got fits that I can't wear. Like you're gonna be dripping if you wear it. Like even the time it's supposed to be cold, it's not happening. Like we really skipped that cold season this year.
Hmm.
What? Like we ain't, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, like that cold season, it was cold for like 2 days. After this, it's up. Like I still like what I'm saying, the hoodie fits and all that. I want to wear that. Like I like the cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to change the seasons. I don't want to be somewhere where it's 106 degrees to be honest.
Yeah, I was just,
Like,
and that time was really.
like me at all.
I was saying, he said it's 91. I said, man, I'll step outside, man. I'll show you. This is 91.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't know what they're talking about. 'Cause it's hot out there.
Hmm.
It's hot outside. Like,
I think I'm gonna come to Dallas in September
some people always tell
next
yeah,
month.
but you can't keep with me though. You can't keep with boss because you can't hang with the big dogs, man. That's why you cannot
I,
hang with the big dogs.
why I can't hang with you? Like you making me want to hang with you now.
You
Why
can't
can't I
hang.
hang with you?
Man, it goes down.
I'm gonna be like, I
Deep.
gotta go check my cousin out. Let's go see my cousin.
Your cousin like, man, I
You're
want
gonna
to
be
keep
my
it.
cousin, boss. When I
You bring your homegirl, she's like, man, I want to keep it.
no, I'm
Every
not bringing.
time you
I'm
come back.
not with my homegirl. I'm with a guy. So you're gonna be my cousin.
Yeah, he gonna be like, man,
You light skinned like me, so we can pull it
keep,
off.
he gonna like, man, keep it that man, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell you that, man. So, he ain't gonna be no discussion.
Club. We gonna come see you at the club.
Yeah, you got, man, pull up at our club, like, we got a
Yeah,
club.
that's what I'm doing. We're gonna pull up at your club.
Bring your own bottle, bring
Yeah.
your everything. You know what I'm saying?
We'll,
Save money.
we'll have our own drink. Don't worry. We gonna have
Yeah.
that regardless.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only way.
Hmm.
I said that's the only way. Like that's the best. That's what make our club hot because it's BYOB and it's open to 5 a.m. So everybody leave from the other clubs. They close at 2. They come straight good because they don't want to go home. You
Yeah.
they still partying. They got bottles. They can bring their bottle in. Yeah. We don't. They're like this. That's the spot after that spot.
Hmm.
Pretty much an after hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's always an after hours.
What time y'all get started? Like what time?
11.
Okay. So we'll probably go to
That's it.
something else first. Yeah. Come.
And we used to turn, man, it's like, we used to turn, it would be crazy. We would turn. Like, well, man, I probably pull up in Lambos, you know what I'm saying? But I don't, it's a 2 seater. Like, he's trying to tell me, like, man, I'm like, bro, I can't jump in the car with you, man. It's a 2 seater, bro. Yeah, yeah, his cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is a 2 seater. You know, Lambo don't even got no backseat. Most of them, they don't got no backseat. Like, you about to, oh, yeah, they ain't put left on the Lambo. That don't make no sense.
Right.
You know, like, the Lambo literally don't have no in the back.
Yeah.
They don't have it. It's only a 2 seater. Like,
Mhm.
you
Like
do
that.
have a slingshot
I-
or something.
Actually, I prefer. I know this sounds crazy, but I'd rather have a vet than a Lambo.
Yeah, well, they got a little bucket seat in the back.
Hmm.
They can fit like 1 or 2 people.
I just love vets. I do. Like I love them. I want a convertible vet.
Mm-hmm. But you know, the best be having the little space. It's a little small space, like 2 people that sit there
Hmm.
in the back. They're gonna be touching each other. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. But they got the little back part of it. But vets don't have. They cut this shit off. Lambos don't got the back part. They cut it straight off. It's only 2 seater.
What I
You know what
like
I'm saying?
about Lambo is those the doors. That's
Yeah.
them doors is out cold. But that other than that, I'd rather have a vet.
'Cause I'm looking
I
at it like, man, I'm like, why would
I
you
race a
mean?
Lambo too on in the vet. I'll race it.
I mean, you probably beat him in straight takeoff, but no one in that movie will kill you. You know what
Really.
I'm saying? Like, you gonna jump
What
off on him, but then
about
he
the
gonna,
driver as
why
well?
you?
I done beat I had my Camaro and I beat a vet. Like it depends on the driver. Shit, if you crazy enough to
Yeah,
turn,
like yeah,
so
on the jump, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like if you really racing, like yeah, you beat him on the jump.
like
You know what I'm saying?
like a professional racer. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
different.
you beat him on the jump. You know
But
what
if
I'm
you
saying? They wasn't ready
scared,
for that. You
if
beat
you
him on the
scared and I'm taking the curves and you not,
yeah, you go, they gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking was on the street with a Porsche, 4-wheel drive on this bitch. And they couldn't even do. But I ain't trying to drive on 35, 75 miles per hour to prove something. You feel me?
mm. I mean, this was when I was young.
That's not what I was
Wait a
trying to
minute,
do.
wait a minute. Let's be clear. This was when I was in my 20s and 30s.
No, I just did this shit
That
the
ain't
other
happening
day.
now. Okay.
I just did that shit the other day in a new whip.
You said what?
I said I did that the other day in a new whip, like two
Okay.
days ago.
The car you have now, the one you was talking about.
Yeah, a little Porsche pulled up on me. I said, let's go. Got him. Got him. But I wasn't trying to drive
I
all over
Porsche.
down the street like that.
Yeah, Porsche.
Yeah, cause my shit 4-wheel drive. That you can't mess with a 4-wheel drive. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm,
can't.
mhm,
Like eventually, if it was a long strip, he would probably eat me. But
mhm,
like on the strip that we running, like nah, you done.
mhm,
I took off on him.
mhm.
I 4-wheel drive that whole pickup like It's dual exhaust, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no play with. And
Mm.
he didn't want to even race me. Like
Oh,
when we first
was it?
started racing, she was like, ah.
He didn't want to race because that Porsche. He hit that Porsche. He hit the wall. He gonna be mad.
Yeah, he tried to burn out. He tried to take off too fast with that because it don't. It got torque. Believe you know what I'm saying, but
Mm-hmm.
he ain't trying to take off like that. You see what I'm saying? He ain't trying
Right.
to take off like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he like, I took off on him for real. Like I can't make it up. I got 4-wheel drive, so I got more control, so I don't burn out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, people be understanding what, like I got 4-wheel drive, like it's more power on the
Mm-hmm.
takeoff and less burnout. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's gonna just snap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A 4-wheel drive just got less where you gonna be burning out trying to race somebody instead of like, man, I don't be trying to do this, but they you know, they put up on the side, I said, all right, whatever, then
Mm-hmm.
they go, and then so we get the green light, I took off on him.
Mm-hmm.
He was catching, you know what I'm saying, but I hit him like from the jump, I hit him.
Oh, okay.
But my shit fast, like, you know, it's fast, but I ain't trying to do no racing and then like that anyway, so. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them do that shit. I'm
Right.
so down like
Gotta test
we
it out
go
when it's
there.
a car. When it's a new car, you gotta test it out.
Yeah, this all I was doing testing it out. I was like, let me put this on the freeway, man, run this nigga. Let's see what he got.
Yeah.
But I got the dual pipes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I like those.
It
Yeah.
can't, yeah, two pipes. You know what I'm saying?
Your car nice. It's nice.
That bitch gone.
Mm.
Like it, you know what I'm saying? That's the engine that's the, you know, cause I just seen my partner, man. He put a Honda in a Honda engine in a CRX, and he was killing everybody's street races
Mm-hmm.
because the CRX is smaller. And
Mm-hmm.
the Honda engine that he took out the Acura
So an engine,
could fit in there. Yeah, it could fit in there.
the
And he,
Honda engine can fit in the CRX.
yeah, yeah. Yes. That's the nasty part about it. That CRX. Like man, when we take off the body, the frame, look, like it's jumping backwards off the car.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like he literally had to, man. That CRX, you know the small CRX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
With the Honda, man, with that man, the Honda man, engine in there, it's a beast.
Mm,
It's like the engine that I got, but you know, years before. My
mm.
shit's a little bit more like, man, think about putting that in a CRX because you know my car is built a little bit like an SUV.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's in between SUV
Like
and
a sedan or something like
right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
he
nice.
got
I love that.
CRX.
I love
Yeah.
that. And if it's got power, because that's the reason why, like I had an SUV and then I went back to a car. But I went back to the car because I liked the power of the car, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
my SUV, and it had a pickup, like it drive nice and everything, but I wanted that power. Like when I first got my car, I like 2 days in a row, police
Mm-hmm.
for 2 days in a row. I
What
was
you
not in
over?
that car. I was like,
What are you
I'm.
doing, man?
I was like, I'm moving from a SUV to a car, and I'm not used to this car.
Yeah, see, with Honda, look, when Honda made their car, there was just seeing how they made it like a certain amount of seeing how it would look and to move up to SUV status. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Honda's always been, you know, when you see a Honda, you know, you already imagine what a Honda look like.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's you know what I'm saying? Like make a economy size, fast, all that. So you know all that shit big. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
it's
You
enough space.
you still we still on live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I probably feel that I'm gonna end it live though. He's still backstage.
Okay.
Tell everybody, man, look, straight up, like we have 1,400 people in there.